Okay, maybe I have to put myself in the side. Okay, so I've just been talking for no reason. How's that? Is that there should be some sound now? Okay, there we go. We are back. Okay, we're going to try and do a watch along. Like I'm going to say it now. Please do not stop following the original stream. I don't want to take views. There's no way we're going to do that. Let me know if there is sound now. Sorry, I apologize. Okay, there we go. We're trying. We got a webcam on. We've got the World Cup going. I'm sitting in Portugal and I'm looking at this webcam thinking, come on, I'm watching it anyway. So we may as well give it some voice. We'll get you guys maybe on at home. If anyone wants to join me on the commentary, feel free. But we're going to give it a go. If it's working, let me know. If it's not, no worries. I'll sack it off. But we have got a heat. Marino Gill just laying into that thing and pulls out on the inside. Marino Gill obviously going against Mark Paré in this heat. We're kind of already into the second round of the men's single elimination in the wave. World titles on the line. Thomas Traversa has a chance at a world title in 2022. Needs a mistake from Marsilio Brown. Is he going to get one? I think if Brown finishes in the top 5, top 4, he will guarantee himself to be world champion in 2022. So Pons is trying to upset Traversa at the moment, but Traversa's got a very good record here in Sylt. Marsilio Brown, not so much, although last time out, he had a good result here. But I know in previous years, he was knocked out by Albert Pijuan all those years ago. So he's not got so many good memories. Pons, nice on that inside and follows, keeps the speed. Oh, I just couldn't quite turn it into that shore break as it kind of racked up. On the other side of the draw, Mark Paré looking good at the moment. He wants to throw down some big moves. Already got that big double forward at the beginning. Are we going to see a double from Marino Gill? Marino Gill, he's been practicing the doubles. He got pushed forward in the heat I was watching earlier, which is pretty impressive stuff. So there we go. We're going to try and do a watch along here. Like I said, please don't stop following the other stream. Those guys, I'm not trying to steal anything from them. I haven't looked, I haven't messaged them. I don't know who to message. So if there's a problem, tell me. I will stop it straight away. I apologize. But I wanted to do a watch along because, like I said, I'm watching it anyway. So talking relatively easy for me. But let me know where you're tuning in, who you're rooting for the world title. And like I said, I'll keep my eyes. If I do go offline, it's because someone's got a problem with me doing this. So, and I apologize, like I say, not meant to cause any problems. Let's see where we're going. Already, I mean, started at 6 a.m. this morning, I heard, or they were down the beach at 6 a.m. Already done the men's freestyle. And that was, well, it was pretty impressive. I saw Adrian Bosson taking the single. Amado Vrieswijk going out early, which was pretty, you know, no one wants to see that. But great result for Testa, right up there again. Steven van Broekhoven, Jens Orkers, all in that top 4. I've also had the women. Obviously, the Moreno sisters are missing this year in Sylt. So that means the world title is wide open. Obviously, those two finishing 1 and 2 in Pozo. So now it's left for Sarah Kita to, well, maybe take home another world title for her. Got pushed pretty hard, I would say, by Schnadi. Come up into second place today. So good results for Schnadi would put us second overall as it stands after the single elimination. So stuff is happening out there. Lena Erpenstein, third, lost to Sarah Kita. So if she can maybe beat Schnadi on the way back up, she could get more points. It's going to be all who finishes where here in Sylt. And there's 1 day of waves. So on the water at the moment, Mino Gill, boom, goes for the 360 on the inside, but just not making it. Mark Paré looking solid at the moment. 25 points. Big 1 foot, one-handed back loop, 6.6. Double forward, 7.5. He's got waves of 6 and a 5. Looking in very good form, Marino Gill. Still solid. Oh, and on the other side of the draw, that wave coming in at a 5 for Pons, and Pons is actually beating this man, Thomas Traversa. Traversa needs to find some magic, and that is a decent inside wave from Traversa, and that will definitely up his second wave score, and that should put him right back in contention. Needs to be up in the 6s. Marino Gill slicing and dicing on the inside. Pons means business. Marino Gill, good inside hit. Oh, Pons just mistimes that peak. That could have been the money. That could have put him in the next round. So Traversa under pressure now, but we're waiting for that last score from Traversa to drop in. Like I say, he has had one drop in at a 3.88, which doesn't change things. So was that the wave we saw on screen? It's looking like Pare's done enough. 25 points. That's a monster score from the Spaniard. Okay, so apparently it is working. Let's see. We'll do a bit of commentary for a little bit. I've been having so many messages. Oh, look at this bomb from Pare. Turns into it. Frontside 360. Can't quite get it in. Sylt is notorious for not being an easy place to get the timings. But Pare going against Marino Gill. So, you know, an early round matchup that you probably wouldn't want. Just going to put a few things on, see if we can get some draws up. Like I said, this is just a little bit of fun, not meant to be serious. So don't start criticizing anything, please. I'm just having a little bit of see what's happening on here. Let's refresh this. Yeah, so we're into the third round. Okay, so Brown is already took down Sugi. Campello took down Danel. So there's a matchup in the next round. Campello versus Brown. We've now got Pare versus Marino Gill. And Pons versus Traverso. Then we've got Antoine Albert. Wow, he took down Ezzy in the first round. He's going against Fernandez in this next one. And then Voggett, of course he did, took down Don Quebec. He's retiring at this event, Class Voggett, this year. He's got Anton Martin in the next round. We've got Swift versus Jammer and Van der Eycken going against Costa. So some good matchups coming up. And Pons is still leading ahead of Traversa. We could be seeing what would you say is quite a big upset here in Sylt. Traversa loves Sylt. He's had some amazing results here. And the red flag, I mean, the flag is down. So less than a minute. Big inside hit from Marino Gill gets absolutely smashed. Traversa, oh, we missed him. The red flag is up, but Traversa was on one then. He would need to have a pretty tasty looking ride, but it looks like Josef Pons could have just ended Traversa's chance of a 2022 world title. Will we get a double elimination this week? Looking at the forecast, I would say no. Doesn't mean that's going to happen, but fair play to Pare. He's into the next round going against Pons. Pare, what could we see? I spoke to him before the event, said you could win this thing. I have no doubt Pare could win the event here in Sylt. He's got the skills. Let's see what he turns up. He was not happy with his result over in the Canary Islands. So let's see. Says Judah says TT missing a jump. Okay. Missing a jump. I didn't see that. Well, yeah, you're right. Back loop 088. Did he find a jump? He would only need to find a small jump. It would literally only have needed to be 2.5 points. It needed 3.5 points, would have put Traversa in the next round. If he hasn't done that, that reminds me of a horrible hit I had against Costa here, where I just needed a small back loop and I would have beat Costa, and I crashed all of them because there wasn't much opportunity. It looks like there's loads of lumps around, but they're not very, peaky, let's say. So you're ending up jumping off pretty much chop or swell. Not so easy at all. Okay, so, we got a few people tuning in. Why not? Like I said, we'll just do a few heats just to see. Oh, I tell you what, I just saw the scores change. Traversa did get a very wet, maybe double forward at the end, a 5-3-8, and it has given him the win over Pons. So Josef Pons does go out in the end. So it's going to be Traversa going against Marc Pare in the next round. Oh, he must have done that right on the buzzer. Ouch. Ponzi looking like he was through. I mean, but when when one guy's only got one jump in, you kind of think anything can happen, and it does happen very quickly. Okay, next up, who have we got? We got Antoine Albert going against Victor Fernandez, and we've got Antoine Martin going against the legend of Sylt, which is Class Voggett. Yeah, he's done this event so many times, and don't count out a little bit of a run from Voggett. It really wouldn't surprise me. He's doing a lot of winging at the moment. He hasn't been doing much windsurfing, but he is tried and tested in the North Sea of Sylt, I tell you, and he knows how to sail this place. There's no tricky tricks going on. This is just solid hits and some solid jumping, and you could be in the next round. So keep your eyes on Voggett. Really wouldn't surprise me. Big back loop from Antoine Albert. Back loop as well from maybe Voggett there. not sure who's on which. I think Vogt's on the red and maybe Fernandez is on the green. That's the new duotone wave sails. Fernandez maybe looking for the double forward. Anton Martin already locking in the push loop and a back loop. Yeah, Vogt it was, scoring a 5.55 for the backy. So solid. Anton Martin on the north sails. Apparently there's a clock missing. Well, that's just how it goes. Like I said, I'm really just winging this as we go. Although surprisingly, we do have some people tuning in. Here we go. Anton Martin on the inside. Oh, sick. Oh, that was pretty sick. Frontside air. Didn't sail away from it, but went for it. You got to be careful on it. It's really nice conditions actually for Sylt. You know, Sylt gets a bad rap, but this actually looks pretty decent. Cross on shore, port tack, some heavy bowls on the inside. And talking heavy bowls, someone just got a heavy bowl in the face. Okay. So if you're wondering where I am, I'm sat on the bed in my van in Portugal. I was watching the webcam and I thought, wow, why not? Let's give it a bit of commentary. So, you know what I mean? I'm not going to be doing it all day, that's for sure. But we're gonna try and do something just to give it a bit of emotion, because it's painful watching with no commentary. I have to be honest. Oh, big backy out the back. I think that was Victor Fernandez. He does land it. He got some height on that backy. It looks like fun Sylt conditions. I know the judges are going to be absolutely worked today. I know they were down the beach at 6:30 this morning. I mean, 6 o'clock, 6 a.m. I think breakfast this morning. So pretty early start. And looking at the forecast, they know they're going to have to smash out every heat today. Like I said, they've already got the freestyle in the bag, which is a great result. Adrian Bosson leading that, and that would be a very well-deserved world title if it was to stay like that. I don't think anyone can begrudge Adrian Bosson getting a world title. You know, a lot of people were raising an eyebrow when Duotone Fanatic got rid of Goito. He's now gone on to be one of the top guys in the wing. That's another story. But Adrian Bosson is still having it, you know, and he goes about his business, super hard-working dude's got his own business down in France with his windsurf center, and he still throws it down on an absolutely unbelievable level. You can just see, I mean, taking home the win here. He likes it here in Sylt as well. He's always notoriously done well. Okay, so like I say, if you are just tuning in, this is not a professional effort. Please still stay on the original stream. Have that on one screen and you can just have the commentary on the other. You don't need to watch this YouTube channel. But I just thought, like I said, I'm watching it anyway. We're going to do some chatting. Feel free if you want to chuck in some beers. There's a little thanks button at the bottom of YouTube. If I stay longer than half an hour, you're very welcome to do that. If you want, you don't have to though. I'm not doing it for that. I'm just thought let's like do it anyway. See if it even worked. Like because remote commentary could be a thing in the future. Maybe I can stay in Portugal. I can comment out on the live stream, and they wouldn't have to fly me there, keep me get accommodation. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't have to leave home. That would be pretty good if that could happen in the future. Who knows? So it's kind of like a work in progress. Let's see how it goes in. Everyone has only been watching the action. I tuned in a few times to the webcam or this view that we've got here. Some of it looked pretty insane. There's some really nice bowls on the inside. So I think like everyone's pretty excited about the conditions. Sometimes you get a bit worried with Sylt, you know, if it's too onshore, but there's a lot of angle in this. There's enough port tack to make the inside hits worth hitting. When it's more onshore, it's super hard to stay in the wave. But the more cross shore it goes, the more you can belt those inside sections. Obviously, world titles are on the line. Sarah Keita has one hand on the trophy at the moment. Obviously, the Moreno twins are not in Sylt, so a win here in Sylt will give her the world title. If Schnatty was to beat her in the double or Urbanstein to beat her, maybe they could win the world title as well, because there's a lot of points up for a win. So it's basically who beats who in the women for the Wave World title of 2022. In the men, if Marcilio Brown gets into the top 4, I think, or top 5, pretty much guaranteed of a world title in 2022. And if anyone deserves another world title, it's got to be him in terms of free sailing and just what he delivers in terms of world-class sailing and all different tacks in all different conditions. I think that is one man that definitely deserves a world title. Yeah, it's insane, really, how good he is and how little world titles he's got. It's freaking crazy. So I'd love to see him win another one, but he's got to keep it together. He's got a tough heat coming up, going against Ricardo Campello in the next round. So that's interesting. If he was to win that, he would be inside the top 8. I went quiet there. No, he'd be inside the top 4. Okay. So he only needs to get through one more round, Marcelo Brown. So big heat for him coming up against Campello. In this heat, Victor Fernandez going against Antoine Albert. Pretty close at the moment, but early doors. Looks like Victor's got the advantage at the moment. And at the moment, like I said, Klaas Foggett, the North Sea King, the Sylt Master, he must have done the most events here. If we don't count Bernd Flessner, he must have done some of the most heats he's ever done. He's doing the national championships here and everything else. So he knows how to sail here. I would not want him. He's a nasty competitor to have. And I think that is him now. Hey, over the front. Love it. Yeah, Klaas Foggett, last event. Bomb. Can he go out with a bang? He could come out retirement. You know, you could imagine him, could you? Get a good result here. And he's like, well, actually, maybe I'm going to do another one. I don't know. Is there any point in retiring? What is the point in actually officially retiring? What does that mean? Because surely, what if you want to do another event? Do you have to come out of retirement to do an event? Do you have to retire? Do I have to actually retire? I don't think I'm finished. I don't know. It's a funny one for me. Or is it just something to, you know, make some headlines, get a bit more media? He's retiring. But I don't think you need to officially retire. Like some of the wave events, especially, you never know down the line. Literally down the line. That's where you'd want to come back to. Well, we have got a few people tuning in. I'm quite impressed considering if you could see this, only the setup I've got here, you'd be laughing right now. So, and I need to clear something up. So let's clear something up. The only reason there is not live stream in Sylt, proper live stream in Sylt this year, is down to money. I don't know. I'm not official PWA spokesperson. This is just me, Ben Profit, talking on my own back. Not spoke to anyone, but there is only one reason why there will not be live stream this year, and it is money. It's not to do with no one not wanting it. It's not to do with no one not trying. There is no budget. To do a 10-day proper live stream with drones, commentary, you have to pay for flights, you have to pay for accommodation, food, you know, director, cameraman, you need changeover cameraman because you can't film all day one person, you know, and people say, oh yeah, someone will do it for free. They will not do it for free. You know, this is a Mercedes sponsored, oh man, heavy on the inside. Anton Albert going down on the inside. Ouch. But they're just not going to do it for free. It's 10 days. Yes, maybe you do an hour, 2 hours, maybe a day. But as soon as, you know, Mercedes are involved, as soon as it's a big event like this, no one can do it for free. I ain't going to do it for free. Am I doing this for free? Yes, I am. Which you're going to go, what are you doing it for free for? I was watching it anyway. I just thought, I can't take that bloody music anymore. So let's get online. Let's see if a few people are in for a watch along. I know they do it on other sports. We've done it before with the Olympics. And we have got this webcam. So big up to the guys that are doing the webcam. Show those some love on their channel as well. And again, if I get into trouble with this, I'm sorry, but I couldn't take the music anymore. So we're giving it a go. Yentl cares. You're missing some fun conditions in Sylt. I was going to say, Yentl, I have to say, it looks super fun. I even missed the freestyle this morning because it was on so early, but it must have gone off. Jumping freestyle. Looks, I mean, conditions look proper. Oh, Jan Peter van der Potter, didn't you say you'd do it for free? Where are you? You should be in Sylt, mate. Everyone always does it for free on their own event or close to home. But when it comes to Sylt, 10 days, trust me, You ain't going to do it for free. I definitely ain't going to do it for free. I love windsurfing, but that's a job. It's a proper job. This is for fun. It's different. But like I said, that's how it goes. So at least there's some people tuning in. We've got the spirit. Come on. I actually wish I'd seen the freestyle this morning. I'm hoping there's going to be some good highlight videos, which I'm guessing there will. You know, must have a proper highlight crew there from the organisers. So I'm looking forward to seeing the highlight videos. So yeah, let's see what we're doing. But at the moment we've got we've got Klaas Voggett trying to cause an upset, but Antoine Martin is back in the game now. He had a sick aerial on that inside section before, which looked pretty meaty, but crashed it. But it does look like he's just gone ahead of Voggett on the scores. Victor Fernandez leading ahead of Antoine Albert, but we know that Sylt can cause the upsets. That is for sure. Did I do Sylt? Did I do Sylt, or am I doing Sylt? No, I'm in Portugal waiting for a baby to pop out. So to be honest, if there'd have been live stream this year, I wouldn't have been able to make it anyway, because we're waiting for this thing to explode. So yeah, I wouldn't have been there. But that isn't the reason there's no live stream, by the way, just so you know. The problem is budget. There was touch and go whether this event in Sylt happened this year, as far as I'm aware. Again, this is not an official statement. This is just me chatting. And I think that the riders' prize money is, you know, a lot lower than usual. So to make the event happen, they had to cut things, which was prize money, which was live stream, just to actually make the event happen. Without this event happening, there would be no freestyle world champion. There would be no second wave event. So, you know, there are other reasons. If anyone's got a shitload of money out there and wants to pay for live stream, you can have your logo on the screen. You can do what you want. I'm sure the PWA will say, yes, thank you very much. Come on. Unless you're like Toyota or Lamborghini, because the event sponsored by Mercedes, so they might have a problem. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know the ins and outs of it. I just know if there was money, there would be live stream. But 10 days in Sylt is very expensive. Trust me, to do live stream. But to do a webcam and have remote commentary, well, that's what we got. You know, the thing is, when you haven't got anything, this becomes good. You know, if let's say the PWA have done this, what we're doing now, you'd all be moaning. But because we had nothing, now you've got something, it kind of feels better. I don't know. It's just the way the world works. Oh my God. Antoine Albert just got absolutely sessioned. Oh, mate. Oh, what's that, Albert? Maybe it was Fernandez. Red flag, went for it right at the end. Well, it looks like Fernandez is going through. Looks like Antoine Martin as well. 6.62 on a wave. So solid performance going with the seeds. Voggett in his retirement year. He's done. He's going to be a winger forever. Dun, dun, dun. Come on. Tell me in the comments who's a winger out there. Who's jumping ship? Come on. See, there you've got people saying it can't be that expensive. Right, you want me to run through how much a live stream costs? Gonna have to cost 20 grand minimum. 10 days, 2 grand a day would be cheap. You got to remember, you've got expenses, you've got flights, you've got accommodation, you've got food. That's just the expenses would be quite a lot of money. You've got to think you're going to be flying people in. Then you've got cameramen. So, yeah, you could get some windsurfers on the beach, but it's not easy to find people because I know how much you moan when the cameras work's not good. But it could work. Again, lots of volunteers could work, but it's not that easy. If people are doing it for free, they're not going to do as good a job, so you have to pay them at least something. Then you've got a commentator. Oh, my God, he's very expensive. He is extortionate. I ain't going to do it for free. It's a job. That's how I make money. So, you know, I'm expensive, relatively. Then you've got a director. Someone's got to choose between the cameras. That's not an easy job. You need all the equipment. So whoever owns that equipment is not going to do it for free. They're going to charge you to use their equipment. You've got cameras that are out in the rain. Like I said, you need more than one cameraman because the camera guy's got to switch over. Again, to do something like this with a webcam, easy. Yes, cheap, but still not free. So fair play to the guys that are doing the webcam. But like I said, that's just how it is. If we got nothing, this becomes good. If we've got this, we're going to moan that this is shit. So that's just how it is, man. It's very easy to do the live stream from back home. Oh, a couple of backies kicking stuff off. Very easy. Like live streaming from your home and telling people how to do it is really easy. To actually do it properly, not so easy. And I heard they had a problem with the drone licenses because I wanted to do commentary on live finals. So record the finals with the drone, send it to me, I commentate it, we put it online. But apparently that's not possible either. So like I said, I've tried a few ways to maybe suggest how we could do it, but it's yeah. I'm cheap today. Yeah, you're bloody right. I'm cheap today. But I was just getting absolutely nutted by listening to that music. It's doing me head in. So I thought at least we could get some comments going. Like I said, don't need to watch my stream. You can listen to it and watch the other stream. So at least give those guys the views. I'm just trying to provide some sort of entertainment. Talking is relatively easy from my bed in Portugal. You have to remember, right? The PWA is run by the brands and the riders. That's what they do. Then there's the organizer. The organizer puts on the event and all the other stuff and the money. The PWA, with the money that they give them, provide everything else. So if the organizer hasn't got money for live stream, where does the PWA get that money from? If there's, like I said, if there's someone out there, I am sure if you have the money, the PWA will put it on. I am positive of that. But there's obviously a problem with budget this year. Oh, push forward out the back. Is that Swift or Car? Must be Costa. So Costa with a push forward. There we go. Conditions going off. We got Jammer versus Swift, Costa versus Van der Eycken. Costa already throwing down a push forward, getting a 6.5. How's that for a section? Inside Jammer. Boom. Oh, clips the clue. Oh, that was a meaty hit. Oh, that's even better. No, that's Jammer. It was Swift before. So Jammer with a frontside air follows it up with a decent turn. Swift looked like he had wave of the day, but Jammer's just stole that and Swift just got a smashing. Oh, conditions look absolute meat. Living the dream, boys in Sylt. Nice. This is what you want to see. You know, like I say, Sylt gets a bad rap. Sylt gets a bad rap. It's when it's on, it's on. There's no two ways about that. Here we go. Dieter van der Eycken. What's he got? 360? No, too early. Front side, little hacker. Can he take down Costa? He's got his work cut out, hasn't he? I think his board could work pretty well here. It likes those tight little spaces. So 3 sort of hits. Maybe needed something more meaty if he's going to take down the big man Costa. What did he get for that wave? 8.38 for Jammer. That is a big wave score. Leon Jammer, the German, I wouldn't say his home patch. I mean, he gave up the national title here to go free sailing in Klitmuller. So he obviously doesn't love it that much here, but fair play. I mean, that was a really nice inside bowl. Costa throwing out the tail on a decent hit on the inside. He's going to get some more here. So he's got a lot of white water. That's not easy, even for his skills. Oh, he sails away from it, floats over it like it was nothing. I'll tell you what, at the moment, Dieter van der Eycken is leading against Costa, but Costa has already had a push forward in a double, and he's just had a wave ride, so expect Costa to be taking the lead pretty soon. Oh, look at that. There's always one legend. Dave O'Riordan, what a legend. He's chipped in a beer. Cheers, Dave. I appreciate that. I will actually crack that one open later. Appreciate the support, dude. Oh, look at this thing. I tell you what, there's some meaty waves. This is setting up to be such a good day in Sylt. I bet the boys and the girls are loving it. Leon Jammer is on it. Look at these sets. They are. Oh, he's going to get a full section here. Decides against it. Oh, that thing. God, he's gone down before that next wave. Whoa. Good heat so far. Leon Jammer looking in fine form. Costa already on 22 points. Oh, it's going to be down to Marsilio Brown in this next round. He's going against Ricardo Campello. If he loses to Campello, that world title maybe is still open. Let's wait and see. I haven't done the maths, actually, because I wasn't commentating. I've not really followed it that much. But I know it's roughly top 5 for Brizinho, and he seals the world title. I think 4th would definitely guarantee it. So if he gets through this next round, it's looking pretty hard for anyone to beat Marsilio Brown. But Thomas Traversa has got a shout, that's for sure. Costa, after his disappointing one in Cape Verde, maybe he has got a shout, you know. A win is big. Oh, Goiter on the inside. Oh, doesn't get it. That looked tasty. I tell you what, these conditions are firing. And definitely follow Surf Magazine. It looks like these guys are the... Whoa! Jammer on a tear. Look at the skills. I mean, he has had 2 of the best hits I've seen all day. I have been watching all day. I haven't been commentating all day. But how is that? Here we go. Dieter van der Eycken, we're going to need something special. Not going to be that. Jammer just had 2. Sick waves. Swifty's in a bit of trouble here. He's going to struggle to get back in this. Jammer's not had the jump so far, but waves-wise, he has absolutely slayed things. He's literally could just spend the next bit of the heat looking for a jump, which isn't easy. Sometimes you get caught out in silt. You can't find the jumps, weirdly. When the waves are like this, here he is, Swift. What's he got for us? Needs something special, just mistimes it on the wrong side of the peak. I can't believe that 388 was for that last wave from Jammer. Maybe it was. Maybe there's just one big open face turn, but look, sweet. I think just for me, when you see a big open face in silt, it just looks good anyway. Van der Eycken. Come on, we want to see a 360. Boom! Oh, he's gets it. Yes, mate. Not all over yet, although maybe it is, but that is solid. I don't think we've seen many 360s today. So Dieter van der Eycken putting down the skills, but you got to remember Costa is already on 24 points. 24 points already. You better to put the I don't want you to watch the video on this channel. Put the YouTube channel on the other one, which who else has got the link? Somebody put the link to the YouTube in the description, then other people can watch it, because I don't want to take any views away from these guys. That's not what I'm intending to do. I'm just, the only way I can do commentary and watch it at the same time is to do it in this setup. So if someone could share the original YouTube link, would be perfect. Oh, big aerial. Is that, am I watching replays or something, or is that just a, maybe I'm watching replays? I just seen another air. They're getting frontside airs all over the shop on the inside. Oh, I don't think that is a replay. That is another frontside air. I think that might have been Swifty. Sorry, I'm watching on the small screen at the moment. Actually, let me just. Okay, please watch it on that link, because I don't want to nick any views. I just put the link in the comments on YouTube. So please watch the video full screen on that link, and then you can just keep my commentary on the one side. I don't know how long I'm going to commentate for. Let's see. Dave O'Riordan has definitely made the commentary last longer now. That beer definitely helps. I'm definitely doing it for a bit longer than I was. Cheers, Dave. Everyone say thank you to Dave. But this is good conditions. You can't argue with this. You know, like I said, a lot of people moan here. Philip Costa, what's he got? He's leading 24 points at the moment. Oh, and he's got something setting up. He might be a bit early. He is, but he wraps that thing round, sliding back for days. A little bit later, and we would have seen fireworks, but still pretty nice. But very open Waves are just sitting up super nice. Still on fire. Although actually looking at that wave score from Jammer, only coming in at 388. I thought it looked super nice. What they want to see, just so you know, like judges from previous years, they want to see late hits. They want to see up under the lip, thick lip hits, something with like some consequence. So those, obviously those frontside turns look nice, big open face, smooth. You don't get them very often, but is there much consequence? It's good timing, so you're going to get points, but is there much consequence? So that is what we're looking at. But Philip Costa is already on 29 points, 625 for that last wave. Jesus. That is going to be hard. I mean, Dieter van der Eycken, 23 points, getting a 775 for that frontside 360 on the last one. I mean, that's impressive. But when you're up against Costa, you're in trouble, aren't you? You're literally in trouble. If you are just tuning in, like I said, this is just a bit of fun. We're doing a bit of a watch along. We've got not ideal live stream set up over in Sylt, but the Surf Magazine and the guys over there are providing the webcam. So please watch those guys and just leave me on for the commentary. I'm going to do a bit of commentary for an hour or so, and we'll see how it goes. If we have enough interest, maybe I'll carry on. Dave, people like Dave chucking a few thanked beers at the bottom of the YouTube chart. Might do a bit longer. Here we go. Dieter, has he got another? What's he got up his sleeve? Another front side. He's loving it. Oh, look at that. See, you hit that thing, you're going to get big, big scores. That's what the judges want to see, up and under that thing. That is ridiculously thick, heavy, consequential. Absolutely mad. Adrian Howells just chipped in some beer money. Thanks, mate. I don't know if that's from the YouTube video or it's from this, but either way, thanks. We'll give some shout outs. It's a bit early for having a beer, though, at the moment. Maybe if this carries on into the evening, we might have to crack open a few cold ones. So if you are just joining us, we got the webcam going. We're in Sylt. We're doing a bit of impromptu commentary. Leon Jammer having a good one against Robbie Swift, but it's not over, or is it? 4 points in it. It looks like Jammer and Costa at the moment. Dieter van der Eycken giving a very good account of himself, but he's just come against... here we go. We've got Jammer on the inside again. Oh, just bogs it right up on the inside. A lot of water moving around. Not so easy. He was probably getting excited there when he saw that thing lining up. Gotta say, for a one-camera wizard, whoever's filming, doing a good job. Oh, someone's going for a jump on the outside. We don't quite see it. It looks like Ricardo is heading out for the next heat on the orange sails. Keep your eye on that Nash. He'd be coming up in the next heat. I think he's against Marcilio Brown. Pretty big heat. Brown loses. World title could be back on. Here we go. Dieter van der Eycken. This is setting up nicely. He's gone a bit early. Don't want to go early in Sylt. Is he going to get it? Go on, go on, go on, go on, go on. Oh, yes. He has absolutely tore these waves to shreds in this heat, Dieter. Beautiful. Red flag is up. It's not going to be enough to beat Costa, but massive shout out. He was just lacking in the jumps, but on the waves, actually, Costa got an 8. Yeah, actually, on the waves, he lost as well. So forget what I said. Actually, he just won. He won by 0.27, which is pretty solid ahead of Costa, but just couldn't match him in the jumps. It looks like Leon Jammer will take it on the other side. So Costa versus Jammer in the next round. Let's have a look at the elimination. What have we got? Yep. So next round, we've got Campello going against Brown. We've got Mark Paré going against Thomas Traversa. Oh, big hit that. Fernandez going against Antoine Martin. And now we've got Jammer going against Costa. So all to play for. Yellow flag is up. 14-minute heat, 2-minute transition, 2 waves, 2 jumps to count. Let's see how this rolls on. Oh, hello. We've got another legend in the house. We've got another couple of legends. Look at this. Home in Fuerteventura.tv. Legend. Thanks very much. I'll have a little scoop on that. And Zendek. Oh, Danny Tarifa. Legend. Well, thanks, boys. Very impressive stuff. If you haven't seen that Tarifa video of the slalom down there for the Buddha, check it out. That was that's actually on the new. I've just put a Send It Sunday out on Sunday, funnily enough. Worth checking, I reckon. I think it was a good one. So hope you guys enjoyed it. But thanks for the beers. I appreciate it. This commentary is lasting longer and longer. God, I could be here all day. I was thinking maybe I'll just nip in, quick moment, come off. I will say, I feel, oh, there we go. We've already started the heat. How's that for the start of the heat? Fireworks going off. Fireworks everywhere at the beginning of this heat. I have to say, I am not providing the video. So please, I'm going to keep saying this. So if I get boring, excuse me. It looks like Surf Magazine Germany are providing the stream. So please log into their YouTube, like their YouTube, do what you got to do, and just leave me on the other screen as commentary. I'm just trying to add to it. I'm not trying to steal it. I just want to make that clear. So please, someone pass it on to them because I don't know who to contact. But I thought, after that music I was listening to, it just needed a bit of commentary to liven things up a bit. Paré on the inside. It's got a nice little bowl there. Front side hit. Spins it right out. Oh, and he gets another tap on the inside behind the banner. Going to be a good heat, this, isn't it? Going to be a good heat. Oh, hello. Fuck me. Sorry, I shouldn't swear. Actually, I can swear. I'm not in the PWA anymore. Epic contests. Gregory, cheers. Like I said, these beers, I'm going to have a good night tonight. Cheers, boys. The commentary is getting longer, just so you know. It is working. Oh, inside, Thomas Traversa. Traversa against Paré. He got tubed there pretty much as he come up under the lip. We've already had an 8.88 double forward from this man, Marsilio Brown, looking for a worldwide title. Keep on him, please. I know I'm not talking to the cameraman, but please, there we go. Oh, there's another double. It's a stalled double. He's already had a double. The double will be the way to go in these conditions. There's wind and there's not always a big old lip on it. So you just need wind for the double. Oh, big one-footed. Oh, Thomas Traversa. Oh, getting loose. He did split the kipper on the landing there. That is not going to help his cause. He's already got a couple of good jumps in, though. But Paré leading with 19 points already. Ow. Paré. That big wave to kick things off. 4.88. He's got an 8.45 double, a 5.74 back loop. So Paré already on 19 points. Brazinho already on 15 with no, well, not much of a wave score yet. So really open now. Ricardo Campello is going to need to find something in the bag. This is on the yellow sail is Marsilio Brown, obviously. Looking for the world title. What's he got for us? Jonathan Olstead has actually just sent a PayPal to me as well. So a couple more beers. These beers are racking up, boys. Thanks. Appreciate it. Oh, nice. Oh, oh my life. Marsilio Brown just absolutely ate it. Nosedive. Oh my God. I mean, you know, Sylt, you don't usually need that much rocker, but when you've got these dredging bowls on the inside, you need something. The nose just caught into a bit of chop and he absolutely ate it. Paré just getting it wrong, just clipping the white water as well. It really is punishing. The Sylt shore break is hard work. But luckily, Marsilio Brown's gear looks like it's all in one piece, which is the only thing you can ask for. After a drilling like that, you've just got to pray that your gear's in one piece, because no matter how good your gear is, one wrong move here in the shore break can cost you everything. It's not a cheap place to sail when it's like this, but really good angle this year. Really good to see more cross shore on the wind, and we are being well, we're seeing it. It's actually gone more cross shore now, so we're going to see more aerials on the inside. We're going to see more maneuvers on the wave. I reckon this is Thomas Traversa going early, just getting a nice turn in, and then he needs to find the money turn. Here it comes. What's he got? Bowl on the inside. Oh, I didn't quite get it as he would have wanted it. Just so difficult to time, but just missing out on the money, because you need that setup turn, but then you got to find the money. Then you got to find the lip, the thick, meaty section, the one with the points. If you get that, then you're going to see big, big scores getting thrown down by the judges. I'll tell you what. Oh, Frankie's just chipped in a beers. Nice one. Legend. I'll tell you what. This is proving like I am going to be very drunk tonight, because Falk Engerman has also just chipped in. Cheers, dude. Although the only problem with that is this commentary is meaning I'm going to be here all day. So, well, I better get comfortable. Might have to go down this shop, get myself some beers for this. At the moment, it is Marsilio Brown leading. What has happened to Campello? He ain't got anything on the board at the moment. Paré looking in good form, 22 points, but Traversa is right up his chuff, about 1 point behind. He's got a 6.12 on the double. You know, you're not used to seeing Traversa do doubles, but in competition, he just throws them down. And then you've got to be careful, because on the waves, he's capable. He's already got a 6.32 for that last wave, and he didn't quite time that as well as he could. So you can imagine if he times it right, he's going to be raining points. But what has happened to Campello? He's getting stuck in that jumping run. He's got no waves, and he wants to find the double. He wants to find the push forward. But what the problem is, he's not finding the waves. We've seen that happen from Campello before in Tenerife. Spent the whole heat looking for jumps, couldn't find them. Sometimes it's like that. You've got to cut your losses. You've got to get some waves in, because there's no guarantees what you're going to find on these waves. This whole heat can change very quickly, but Campello is burning time right now, and Marsilio Brown is edging ever closer to his second world title, is it now? I forget how many he's got. He should have like 10, but I'm sure he's only got 1 or 2. Oh, sick wave from Brown. He means business. He looks good this year. Look, that is, yes, he wants another sail. He knows that's a good wave. That's not frustration. That's he needs some other gear. I think we're going to see him run up the beach, or someone's going to help him run up the beach. He's changing the board maybe, because you see the sail wasn't moving. So I think he's changing something. Yeah, so he's got the sail in his hand. He's looking maybe for a bigger board. All accent stations, but he's in control of this heat right now. Little does he know that Campello is having a shocker as Paré goes down on the inside. Campello fans pulling their hair out. What are you doing? It's just not lining up for him. Sometimes that happens. Here he goes. To the outside he goes. What's he got? He needs the double. He wants the double. It's got to be here. No, that's a Sylt moment that you'd think it's lining up, and then it just backs off on you. You don't get the kick. And right now he is cursing, because he knows that's probably an empty jump run, or he gets backy on the outside. Okay, so he does get a jump in. Oh, Jan Peter Van Popter. I take it all back, mate. I love you, really. I'll tell you what, Intermarché down the road is going to be stacking full of beers. Stefan, legends. Stefan's a good name. Always liked Stefan. Cheers, boys. Well, it's not proving such a bad day. Pablo, come on. Bring it on. Paré on the inside. He's got a meaty looking section here. Frontside 3. And he pulls it. He is buzzing. I really want Paré. I am a bit biased because I'm a good friend of his, but I want him to do well. He deserves a podium. I think he deserves an event win. He's put in so much work over the last couple of years. You know, he's had injuries, he's had COVID, you know, he's been sailing in his prime. And these conditions do suit him. I would love to see him take a victory here. Yes, I'm biased, but I'm not commentating for the PWA now, so I can be super biased. But I would love to see him take a title, 100%. Okay, can I just make this very clear? Please stay tuned in to the original channel that is providing this feed. Do not take that off. Keep that on a separate tab. I am not trying to hijack there. I'm just trying to give you audio, but I need to watch it somewhere and give you audio. So I have to have this stream so I can watch it. But please, please, on another tab on your computer, open up their YouTube video, please. I am not trying to hijack it. Let's make that clear. I'm just trying to provide some extra commentary. That's it. I just want to, because I haven't spoke to anyone. I just thought we'll do a little watch along because I think it needs commentary. All sport needs commentary. If you watch football without commentary, it's crap. If you watch tennis without commentary, it's boring. You need commentary. So whoever I do it or someone else does, it doesn't matter, but it needs some commentary. So thank you for that, please. And if anyone knows who's providing the other stream, can someone relay that message? I'm not trying to do anything but that. But this deserves it. This is, you know, world title probably on the line here. Marsilio Brown looking like he's got something. Stall double. Mate, if he doesn't win a world title in 2022, I'll stop doing the commentary. But don't worry, because it looks like he's got it in the bag. I mean, he's there, isn't he? He is there. Oh, yes, that's what I'm saying. Please go to the other channel. I will post the link in the YouTube comments. You can get the YouTube link off this. Go to that channel and play that full screen and just have me with the commentary. I think that's the best way to do it. Oh, Brown, frontside airs in Sylt. I tell you what, like I said, it's had a bad rap. And it's the year we don't have live stream. It's mad, isn't it? The year we don't have live stream, conditions are going off. It's just incredible. Ricardo Campello, what's he got for us? Woo! Catches the edge on the inside. Oh, my life. Absolutely mad. And please follow Surf Magazine Sylt. Follow on Instagram. That's what it says at the bottom. So definitely do that. 100%. Oh, you can't do that on the phone. Okay. I put it on full screen, but I don't know what to say about that. But anyway, we're going to carry on until I hear anything different. If I get into trouble, I'm blaming you lot. Oh, my problem is now I can't see the scores coming in. Oh, but it looked 31.74 points for Marsilio Brown. I mean, Ricardo Campello, the wheels have fell off. 6.62, probably the lowest heat score of the competition so far. And Brown with probably the highest score of the competition so far. Mark Paré, 27.73 versus Traversa, 23. So that looks like Traversa's world title bid is going to be over because Brown's going to be in the next round, which should guarantee himself the world title. Don't quote me on that. And it looks like Traversa is going to be out. He would either need to win, I think, to keep that dream alive. And Paré is at the moment taking care of Traversa. Not all over yet, but you feel we are into the last seconds of this heat. Even if you don't watch the other stream, worth having it on, because then at least you give them the views. Like I said, I'm not trying to steal views, just trying to provide some commentary, but I can't do two things at once. So I'll stop saying that from now on. Flags down into the last minute. So Brazinho will 100% be going through this heat. Ricardo, too little, too late, I think, but gets a nice slap on the inside. Big old spray kicking up, but there's no way that's going to count. Well, it will count. Red flags up, but it won't change the scores. At least he won't be finished on 6.62, which would have been a disaster. Marcelo Brown, 31.74. That's when you know someone is zoned in. He is in the zone. World title coming to Brazil. I just know it now. That I can't see it going any other way. He's going to have a difficult one. We're going to see that matchup that we saw in Pozo, Paré against Brown, and Paré is almost, got a bit of nightmares about that. So it'd be interesting to see those two matching up in the next round. Traversa, solid fight, but it looks like Paré has took him down, barring any updates on those scores. Yeah, Brown and Paré advance. It is official. Woo! So we're on, people. We are on. Okay, so who have we got in the next round? It's a good question. I actually don't know. There we go. A huge congratulations to Marcelo Brown, who has booked his place in the top 4 of the single elimination to guarantee that he will be your 2022 PWA World Champion. So it sounds like it's official. I am not saying that. That's what's coming from the PWA. Marcelo Brown is the 2022 PWA World Wave Champion. Thoroughly deserved. And if you're going to win, 31.74 points. Tabletop double forward, a stalled double 8.8, a 9.62, waves of 612 and 712 in Sylt. That's styling, isn't it? That is absolutely styling. Fair play and thoroughly deserved. I mean, Ricardo Campello didn't even break double digits, 9.25. I mean, that's crazy. Who have we got now? Does anybody know? Looks like Antoine Martin. Looks like Victor Fernandez. Philip Costa. And there must be somebody else. But I need to refresh my my link. Apologies. Yeah, Fernandez versus Antoine Martin, and it's Philip Costa going against Leon Jammer in the next round. Back loop already from Fernandez. Well, congratulations. You've got to say, if anyone deserves a world title, it's that man, isn't it? Another one, I should say. He's already got freestyle world title. He's got a wave world title. But over the years, you just watch him sailing. You're thinking, how is he not? But then this year we had Cape Verde, we've had Pozo going off, and now we've got Sylt going off. So a good year to win. If you're going to win, you want to win with good conditions. And it's not been easy. You know, Cape Verde was not easy conditions, especially for the big riders. So I mean, that just goes to show how skillful that fella is. Big backy from Leon Jammer. Is it official? I don't know. That's what it says on the live ticker. I worked out, I think he has to be in the top 5 in the double or the top 5 in the double, which he will be because he's in 4th. So he can only drop to 5th. So I'm pretty sure that makes him the world champion. I'm pretty sure. I mean, it says it on the PWA site as well. It's what I kind of worked out as well. If he gets any further, then it's 100% guaranteed, but I'm pretty sure it is. They wouldn't have put it on if it wasn't. That's a good point, actually. Oh, there we go. Some airtime at the back. The high fly flag has returned. Now, high fly is interesting, isn't it? It's come back. They're coming back, as far as I know, as a clothing brand. Is that right? Has anyone got any information on this? I just remember high fly being like the tank boards, as well, I don't even know. Del Gatto Grande has said as well. Yeah, big heavy plastic boards. I didn't remember them as cool clothing brand, but maybe. Who knows? Pretty cool if someone's putting some money into bringing the high fly brand back. Yeah, Dave O'Riordan getting it right. Final word, world title decided with a wide range of conditions. Totally agree. Deserved world champion, 100%. There we go. Look at this. Sets lining up. Look at the set. Sylt. Love it. Love it when Sylt's firing. Here we go. Victor Fernandez. What's he got for us? After a disappointing Cape Verde, to see him come back would be interesting to... Oh, look on the inside. Front side air. Oh, he managed to sail away from that. Quite like the colour of that sail this year. That is my colour, though, to be fair. I'm a bit of a girl. Here we go. Oh, Leon just getting that wrong. But uses that little jibe on the inside to carry speed and should get a jump because the peakier waves, let's say, are kind of inside. So you need to come out with plenty of speed. And you've got to hope. Sometimes there's a bit of luck involved in whether something lines up for you. But Leon had some really good ramps at the moment. At the moment, though, it is Victor Fernandez leading. Let's have a look at the scores. Victor Fernandez leading 15.75. He's got a 7-point double forward, solid back loop, and a 4.75 on the wave. Jammer's got a 5.5 backy, no waves. Costa, no jumps, no waves. Ooh. Oh, is it on? Here we go, Costa. Trying to make something happen. He's got the longest bottom turn in the world. It just didn't sit up for him. Sometimes you've got to gamble here in Sylt, and then sometimes you haven't. And that was the time to gamble and hope it set up, and he just got wedged out of it. Oh, and he got sucked over the falls from the back, and he's going to get one on the head as well. So that didn't quite pan out for the Pozo champ. Oh, there we go. Costa's already locked in a 7.75 double. That's just come on to the live scoring. So it's not... Okay, so if you are just tuning in, we are getting down to the business end of this men's single elimination in the wave category. We've already crowned the 2022 Wave World Champion, which will be Marsilio Brown, who's booked himself in the top 4 with Mark Paré. But who will be on the podium? Will Victor Fernandez be up there? Nice. Well, I went a bit early on that. Needs a money hit. Doesn't get it. Like I say, you've got to gamble for that first turn just to get a couple of turns in. Big frontside free. Doesn't end up back in. Leon Jammer out the back. It's going to be where the big points are. You've got to go for the heavy sections. That's where the judges are throwing points. We've been seeing nice frontside airs. Would I like to turn on this wave or do an air? I think I'd rather do an air. You don't want to be anywhere near that lip when it comes down. So the vertical hit, heavy sections, is probably harder than the air. Turn, puts it sideways from Antoine Martin. Obviously on North Sails this year. Starboard boards. In fact, that must be a new starboard. It's a different colour. At the moment, the scores are Fernandez leading 17.62, Antoine Martin 13.63, Costa leading 17.25 with Jammer on 11.5. And this is Costa. It's just not quite getting the timing right at the moment on the inside, Costa, but we know what he's capable of. Leon Jammer, this looks good. Just a little bit early. He had no face to push off and just slides out because he hasn't got anything to push. Think of it like the velodrome in cycling. When you've got that wall, you can just press off it and go faster and faster and push as hard as you want. If you're, down the hill a bit, you can't push. Same with wave sailing. You need something to jack up and have something to press against Then you can punish. So still the same. Costa leading. It's got a back loop 1 foot 6.62. So takes the lead 20.75. Fernandez still leading on the other side of the draw ahead of Antoine Martin. Okay. Green sail. Victor Fernandez wants to find something, just pulls out, decides it's not worth it. Antoine Martin finds one up the top end. Oh, little early turn, but then nose plugged in as he was going down. Wave just sucked up underneath him and he's straight over the handlebars. Got Ingo saying, what sail size are the riders on? Wind speed? I have no clue. I'm sitting in Portugal. I have no clue, but looks pretty breezy. I would say 4.5s. That is a total guess, absolute guess. And I'm probably wrong. But I would guess someone's on a 4.5 today. Costa on the inside. What's he got for us? Come on. Let's see some money. It's gone early. It's not going to work. You got to go early. You can't go late. If you go late, you got no chance. You go early, it can jack up a bit early and you're left with something, or you've got an open face. So definitely better to go too early than too late. Here we go. This looks great timing. Bomb. Oh, just a little bit too early. He's trying to hold it on. This is Leon Jammer. Just couldn't quite get the timing. He was milliseconds off that being absolutely flawless. And you could see just didn't have that little bit of flick that he needed when the wave would have been a bit more tight. It looked great, though, when he kicked it off. Just didn't quite work out for him. And you've got to gamble. In Sylt, that is exactly what it's like. It's not a particular science. You know, you go off feel. Sometimes the wave jacks up quicker. Sometimes it holds off. Sometimes you can be left looking like an absolute fool. So, yes, these are the best guys in the world, and they are making it happen. Leon's had some of the best waves I've seen today. Some lay under the lip aerials. He's sailed this place so many times before. He knows how it works. You know, a lot of the riders on tour probably never seen it this good, Sylt. But it can happen. This is great for the sport. This might bring live stream back next year, maybe. Everyone won't be so judgmental. So we are doing a watch along. Just so you know, I am not providing this stream. So my hat goes off to the guys providing the stream. Follow Surf Magazine Sylt on Instagram by the looks of it, and give them a big up because they are providing the stream. I'm just providing the commentary because I couldn't listen to that bloody music any longer. Do me, I did. And we've got world titles on the line. We've already seen a heat-winning performance, a title-winning performance, a world title-winning performance from Marsilio Brown. Over 31 points. I mean, that is insane. Absolutely insane. Okay, so who have we got now? Leon Jammer. This looks better. This looks better. Go on. Oh, so small margins. It's such small margins. Well, who's going to be in that final four? Who's going to get a podium? Let's wait and see. I'm excited. I mean, we've got a webcam bringing the footage. I'm sat in bed with the laptop on my lap. It's a freaking amazing setup, obviously. Windfinder reports wind of 30 to 40 knots, apparently. Sick. It looks good, doesn't it? When Sylt's like this, I love it. I actually think it's better than a lot of the events because it's such a consequential wave on the inside that's what makes good live stream. I've seen, events from Pakistan Mail, which the place looks amazing for free sailing, but for competition, it's not heavy enough. You need something that is going to ask questions, which is going to punish, timing. And you don't need it to be a long wave. You want it to be short. I think Margaret River could be an absolutely amazing, live stream kind of competition wave. And Sylt, I genuinely think it's some of the most entertaining action when it's on. Here we got Victor Fernandez. Oh, he's in that middle bit. Doesn't quite work. I tell you what, Leon Jammer, how is the scores looking? Let's have a look. Oh, he's finding him. He is finding him. It's close, isn't it? Victor Fernandez, Antoine Martin, 2 points in it. On the other side of the draw, Costa is running away with it a little bit. He's got a 7 point gap. Speaking of Victor Fernandez, what's he got? Oh, this is looking good. Come on, son. Whee! Just managed to escape that big old lip, but that's pretty decent from Fernandez. That's going to help the cause for sure. Maybe squeak out a few more points on Antoine Martin. Costa under control at the moment. Can he get another win here in Sylt? I mean, German sail number, German crowd. Well, that's a good lip there. Frontside air, tweaks it out, gets another hit. Oh, Costa, yes, making it happen. Going to do well to sail away from that, and he does. Oh, good effort. Just on the red flag. So Costa will book himself in the top 4. Looks like it's Fernandez, Costa, Paré, and Brown. Those are 4 big names who are on fire at the moment. Victor Fernandez has had a massive comeback this year. Didn't have his best event over in Cape Verde, but he is right back in the mix after Pozo. And now again, he's in the top 4 guaranteed, or top 5 guaranteed, even if with a double elimination. Can he get on the podium? Can Marc Paré get his first podium? Has he had a podium? No, I don't think he has. Could this be Marc Paré's first podium? Could it be his first event win? Or could it Costa that gets another win? Could the new 2022 World Wave Champion, Marsilio Brown, end the year with a win? It's all going to be coming up pretty soon. Exciting stuff. We're watching the webcam here in Sylt for the Mercedes PWA World Cup. I tell you what, go on, Moritz. Moritz van der Heuvel has just sent me €2. Cheers, dude. The commentary is lasting €2 longer. It's like electricity meter, like people are chucking money in and the time's going up. I thought I was going to go for a surf today, but no, it looks like we're going to be commentating. So thanks to all the guys that have chipped in some beers. If you do want to, I'm not begging, but there is a thanks button on the bottom of the YouTube. If you want to do it, that's all cool. If not, whatever. I'm doing it anyway. You tight bastards. Only kidding. A little bit. Right, come on. We got finals coming up. If you are just tuning in and you've missed the freestyle this morning, Bosson was going off. I have to say, going off. And deserved the victory. I think he sailed super well. He always sails good here. Also, Van Broekhoven. Solid. Tester and Kers in the 3rd and 4th place, which pretty impressive performance from Tester. Took down Amalie Vrieswijk in the early rounds as well. Women world title, maybe Sarah Keita at the moment. Without a double elimination, it'll be Sarah Keita that will be taking home the win. So all to play for still, though. Who knows how far we will get? The forecast isn't great. This is the best day, and that is why they're pushing through. So hats off to the judges, all the guys. They've been up at 6 a.m. this morning, and they are pushing through. So fair play. It's been a very busy day, and trying to judge this many heats back to back is mentally taxing. If you've never done it, you will never understand it, but it ain't easy. But let's get it on. Marc Paré versus Marsilio Brown. Paré looking to get himself in his first ever World Cup final, but he's going to have to take down Marsilio Brown. Is Marsilio Brown just landed a double? I think he might have just landed something out the back. We should really be staying on Paré because I think Paré is going to be busting out something pretty big on that first run. I would imagine he has just landed something. So we don't know what that is. We'll have to wait for the scores to drop in. But Marsilio Brown, you can imagine just scoring 31 something points. He's won his world title. Does that then affect your performance? Do you then have this low because you've been pushing yourself to get that top 4? You've then got your world title. Do you then just go, oh, and you can't really perform? We're about to find out. Going against Mark Paré, not an easy one. Paré definitely has the support of all the other riders. They know he's one of the guys in form. He's been pushing hard, sailing lots of different locations. He's been sailing in cold locations. Yeah, he's a crazy boy. I don't know what's wrong with him. He's so motivated. It's unbelievable. So pretty impressive to see from Paré. So I wouldn't count him out of a victory here in Sylt. But he's going to have to get past this man and then going to have to get past the winner of Costa versus Fernandez. Not an easy route through, but I believe he can do it. I believe he can do it. Let's see. What's he got for us on the inside? Paré lining up. Goes early just to get that first turn in, then needs the money turn. Oh, and he drops, air drops. How has he landed that? How has he held on to that? What an animal. Did you see that thing? He literally just dropped out on him and he somehow sailed away. What a hero. He's my hero. Yes, I'm biased. So Paré scoring a 7.88 for his first double, and he's actually beating Brown because Brown scored 7.25 for his first double. So Paré with the opening blow. So here we go, Marsilio Brown. What have you got for us, Brownie? He's not got anything. He knows he's going to have to go big to take out Paré. I know, like I said, it's going to be a tough heat, this one. He has just knocked in the biggest heat score of the day, though, Brown. He has just claimed the 2022 World Championship. Bomb! Still double from Brown. That's going to maybe add to his score as we're searching for Paré, who's either had the longest wave of his life or he's just been absolutely smashed after he did that like sort of airdrop before. I guess when we look at the scores, we will find out. Let's see. I tell you what, old Richie's only just chucked in 20 euros. What a legend. Cheers, Richie. That is definitely going towards some beers. If this carries on to beer o'clock, I'll be cracking them open. I'm actually sat in bed in the van next to the fridge, so they're not far away. I might be tempted. I'm not saying you should drink beers, kids, though. Please avoid alcohol. It's not good for you. Here we go. Brown on the inside. It's got a nice one here to hack apart. Oh, a little bit early, but still's going to get another turn as it just closes on him. He's going to get that end section. Kind of makes himself round. Plenty of speed and then just into the white water. Makes it through. I mean, the guy, that is loads harder than it looks. You've got no idea how nasty that white water is and how turbulent it is. It is so tricky. So tricky. So Paré, let's have a look at the scores. Let's have a look at the scores. So Paré on 11.13 at the moment. But we're still waiting for some scores to drop in. 4.88 for Brown's first wave. 3.25 for that airdrop, I think, from Paré. But like I say, we are still waiting for scores to drop in. It's a man-on-man heat, and this is to see who makes it into the final of the 2022 Mercedes PWA World Cup, sponsored by, well, I'll tell you who it's sponsored by. It's sponsored by Surf Magazine Sylt. Well done. It's sponsored by you guys at home who chipping in the beers. So it's sponsored by Richie. Well done, Richie. It's definitely sponsored by Moritz. Yes. Who else is it sponsored by? Oh, I'm going to have to go back a bit here. We're sponsored by a load of them. Pablo, Stefan. Sponsored by all these boys. Jan. And I'm going to have to do you all. So I hope there's no action when I'm doing this. We've got Falk. Frank. You are all sponsoring this show. Well done, boys. Gregory, Zendek, sorry. We've got Home Inverter TV's also sponsoring it. And then we got Dave Reardon, who kicked it all off. Whee! Well done, Dave. Okay, so now we've done that. Let's get back to the action. Let's hope we've got some action. In the inside, Paré, what's he got for us? Oh, it's doubling up. This could be heavy. Oh, that was a proper double up. That could have been thick, absolutely thick. So Brown versus Paré. Winner goes into the final. Actually, it says this is powered by Strand Hotel. So good lads. Well done. Here we go. Paré on the inside. What's he got for us? He's looking for something, not finding it right now. Brown on the outside. What's a big double? I think he wanted the table double. Was it a tabletop? We didn't see the beginning of that move. So we'll have to wait and see if that is the case on what it actually was. I mean, this is Sylt. Remember, this is Sylt, the one that gets all the stick. When it's on, it's on. It's exciting. You got heavy bowls on the inside. You've got jumping all the way to the outside. It is, yeah, I like it. Can you tell? Okay, so we are on, people. We are on. So Brown versus Paré. It's gone a bit quiet in this heat. Is the conditions getting down? I mean, they've done so well to even get to this point. They've done, freestyle elimination, boss on winning, as I said. This is Paré. This is the men's wave. Good start, big spray, backside hit. He's going to get another little bowl here. This is lining beautifully. Oh, Paré, full plane in 360 after a hit. He's going to get another one. This could be money. Oh, stay on. Surely. What else do you have to do? Is that a 10? Like, in these conditions, that was insane. Paré, come on, son. Yes, we're unbiased. This is not official commentary. Come on, Paré. Oh, Brasinho on the outside. Tabletop double, and it's big. And it is absolutely clean. And that was a table. Oh, things are hotting up. Let's get it on. Jeez. Sylt delivering the goods. Sylt totally delivering the goods. How was that exchange? I don't even know how they're going to figure that out. What do you give Paré for that wave? We never see 10s for waves. Why not? We might see a 10 for that double, that table double. But why wouldn't it be for the wave? We haven't seen that many waves like that. Come on. Let's see what we're going to get. Tabletop double scoring a 938. Like I said, surely for me, the wave has to be up in the top, like as good. We haven't seen anyone else do that. We're waiting for that wave to drop. What is it going to drop in at? Oh, it's on the line, but the moment it's a 2022 world champ. Yes, he has already been claimed the world champ after that last win in the last heat. Marcilio Brown is looking to take out Mark Paré. It's not over yet. Paré scoring a 912, highest wave score of the day, but it's not a 10. What do you have to do to score a 10? Come on. Give me some love here. It's so close. Well, I say that there's 2 points in it, but Paré has not scored a second jump yet. So it is advantage Paré. But this Marcelo Brown, oh, mate, that was thick. That just ceiling dropped on him. Did you see how thick that was? That just opened up and just hammered him on the head. Paré looking for the second jump score. When he scores the second jump score, he will go into the lead. This heat is on the edge. Can Paré make his first PWA final? Could he take down the world champ for 2022 in his prime? It would be a hell of a result. It would be payback for Pozo when Brasinho came storming back through the double and halted Paré's progress. This is where it's going to come down to doing. We needs to get that second jump score in. How much time is left? The green flag is still up, so we still got time. When the green flag goes down, there'll be less than a minute to go. It's advantage Brown at the moment by about 3 points, 2.8 points. So Paré would need to find just a 2.8 jump. I mean, that ain't hard. I've been in this situation. You say it's not hard, but if you don't get the ramp, it's very difficult. But just a planing forward would give him the score. He knows that. No doubt about it. If he's not got a second jump score, he needs something safe. Here we go. Paré on the green sail. We're not going to see him, are we? We're not in control of the cameras. This is just the webcam. But that looked like it was lining up for Paré. I'd be very surprised if he didn't nail that jump. Green flag. Looks like it's still up. It is still up. So we do have time in this heat. Advantage Brown at the moment. Paré, we don't know what he just did. Well, I don't know what he just did, but Brown's on the inside. Got another wedge here. Oh, just a little bit early and it drops out on him and closes out. That's not the score he needs. He's got to get bigger than a 1.5 to extend his score. And it looks like Paré crashed the push loop. He did crash the push loop. The green flag is still up. So we're getting very nervous now, Mark Paré. Just needs, he's extended the score with that 1.5. So he needs to find a 3.5 point jump, really, to put himself in the lead. Something bigger than that will give an extended lead because Brown only needs to find a wave and the flag is down. Less than a minute to go. Paré needs a 3.5 jump, but Brown can extend his score if he extends on 1.5. Paré is struggling here. Anything. Oh, the crowd are going mental. The commentator's losing his shit. He's going to have nightmares if he doesn't find that second jump. Oh, and a 5.62 back loop has locked in for Paré, and this is going to come down to this wave. Brown, if he nails it, he's through to the next round. If he doesn't, he's out. And he is out. Oh, my God. And I'm screaming and I'm high-pitched because I'm excited. I think that seals it. Paré with a back loop, 5.62, has just booked himself in his first ever PWA World Cup final. Who will he go against? It could be Victor Fernandez. It could be Philip Costa. But Paré is in the next round. Yes. Go on, son. I had a little sneaky bet with him that he was going to get to the final. I thought he could win this event. Like I said, it's his conditions. Port tack, cold. He's on fire. He's a man on a mission. That's what we wanted to see. Like I said, I'm a bit biased, but when you've got a guy putting that much work in, like you say, we've seen Brown already take home the world title. I think that's thoroughly deserved. Well done. But this event could be now Mark Paré's. Who knows? Oof, here we go. Great to see. That is what we needed. All righty. Hey, I tell you what, I've just had a look, and I tell you what, you guys are supporting. Cheers, big, sexy pictures. We got big, we got sexy, and we got pictures. All three of them. They're in Clipmuller watching. Good to see, boys. Good to see. We also got Bruno Mars. Thanks. You say I'm a legend. You're a legend for chipping in. I know you don't have to. So all the guys that are chipping in some beer money now, I know you don't have to. So it does mean a lot. It's like when I'm doing the Windsurfing.TV normally. It makes a massive difference. You have no idea. Like motivational wise, I know you guys don't have to. So then it makes you think, well, fuck, if they're doing it and they don't have to, then they must like it. So it's just extra motivation and obviously helps pay for the nappies that are coming up. So cheers, guys. Philip, cheers, dude. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. You absolute legends. Thanks. And this is good. This is what we want to see. We want to see top-end windsurfing. And the PWA, don't get them wrong, they want live streaming. It's down to budget. They need budget. We all need budget. You know, no one can do shit for free. No one does stuff for free. You can do it for a day or two or a week. But after that, there's got to bring money in. So anyway, we're trying our best. Big up to the guys that are bringing you this stream. I'm just doing the commentary. I'm not bringing you the stream, not taking any credit for it. Just bringing you some chat because that music was horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. All right, we'll wait for official call on that. But we've got Victor Fernandez going against Philip Costa in this round. Who's your money on now? I mean, these two heavyweights have been going against each other for years. You would imagine advantage with Costa, but Fernandez, when he's on form, when he needs to pull it out the bag, he does. He's kicked off the year. Both these guys kicked off the year in Cape Verde with a shocker, and they've had to come back. Costa ended up taking the win in Pozo. Victor, was he third? I've lost track. I should know. Oh, there we go. Double to kick things off, as you do. Philip Costa boshes it out. So is Paré advances into the winners final. It's official. Just to bring you that, it is official. So well done, matey. Well done. Good job. What we like to see. I like to see the guys that are pushing, putting the work in, rewarded. That's literally, yes, he's a friend of mine, but I just know how hard he's been working. So it just makes it feel good, you know. The right people are pushing up. You got Brown, got the world title, and then Paré's into his first final. And, you know, when you're putting that much work in, those little things, I say little things, big things, you know, those things are the ones that keep you going, keep you pushing. That's what we need. We need that type of energy in the sport, the guys that are really throwing it all on the line. It's not the best paid sport in the world, so it comes from passion and drive, you know, and you got to keep trucking on. So there we go. Really cool. So this is Philip. Who is this? This is Philip Costa. Yeah, going against Victor Fernandez. Interested to see how the conditions are going to go, but they just keep turning on. I know at certain tides it does get a bit wafty here in Sylt. Philip Crumple, you absolute legend. Okay, Philip Crumple has just gone to the top of the list. I have to send you a hat, mate. So if you are just joining us, we've nicked the screen. We have nicked it. I'm not trying to take credit for the stream. I'm going to keep saying that. Back loop from Costa at the back. We're just giving you some commentary, add a bit of emotion into windsurfing, because without emotion, without commentary, all sports are pretty lame. You need that. You've got to get some energy from somewhere. And commentary can sometimes be underrated, but I know even if I'm doing it, someone else do it, doesn't matter, but it needs someone to do it. We don't want some Hawaiian music in the background. As much as I appreciated it. Come on, Victor Fernandez. Can he join his teammate Mark Paré in the final? Oh, I don't know. They're both on the same sail, so it would kind of be annoying if I'm honest with you. I'm surprised they didn't take different colours. You'd think they'd have a chat before the new sails came out and pick different ones. At the moment, though, Costa is having a good start to this heat. He's got a double forward 8.3. He's got a back loop 5.25. No waves, no jumps on the doors for Victor Fernandez. And I tell you what, Costa might get an opportunity here. What's he got for us? Go on. No, I didn't set up for him. Jonathan Ulstead. Yeah, we got a few. I appreciate the Nick McKay as well. Good job, boys. And Jacob Chadwick. Legends. Right. Let's get on the commentary. Something's happened, isn't it? The waves feel like they're not as good as they were. I mean, I'm impressed they've got all the way to here and we've had some sick heats, but we want those waves to stay up a bit longer. Come on. Give us some big, solid sections on the inside. We want to see these boys hitting it. Okay, Philip Costa on the inside. Oh, this looks like it's wedging up. Go on, son. Going to get a big bit of spray on this. Big front side air. Oh, just slipped it out as he landed. Like I say, that inside section is so nasty. The white water is really unpredictable. Just bucks the board all over the place. I've seen a few guys riding out of it earlier. It was pretty impressive, but Philip Costa couldn't just sail out of that. Out the back, Victor Fernandez. No, it doesn't sit for him. Maybe the rain's starting to come over there in Sylt.
antes do bebê nascer, não é? Com a irada de Portugal. E como já não devem partir mais nada, não é? Acho eu.
Okay, so at the moment, let's just let's change the screen size. At the moment, 14 points versus 5 points. Costa in the lead. Not much waves on action. You can see something's happened to the waves. They have gone a bit pooky at the moment. You can see it's starting to get a bit messy, but I'm hopeful it's going to sit up. Maybe the tide's dropping. Can be a bit strange, but Victor Fernandez means it's going to be wide open. Just needs to find something to hit. If that frontside air was stuck for Costa, that might have been the difference. So Fernandez lean out. You don't see this very often, like frontside riding. He's looking down the line, ready to go. Who keeper style? It's not sitting though, is it? It's just not ready. Looking very difficult, but here he goes down the line, looking for the frontside air. Victor Fernandez skies it on the inside. Beautiful landing. So one hit, but it's a frontside air in Sylt, and you can see it's light on the inside. That rain maybe killing the wind a little bit. We got Costa already running up the beach, but that was a great aerial from Victor Fernandez, and that is going to help the cause, no doubt about it. Nigel, cheers, mates. Well, thanks. I appreciate the beers. This is not just a PWA. This is just comes down to budget, guys. I just got to say, again, I don't know the full details. I just know if there was budget available, there would be live stream. And I know if we'd have produced something like this, or say if the PWA had produced something like this, everyone would be moaning. So I know we had nothing. So now we've got something. So it's better than it would have been. But that's just how it goes. Like I said, we'll try and make the best of it. It just feels criminal to not have this documented with a bit of commentary. Someone's just won the world title. Yes, Marsilio Brand. Looks like Sarah Keita's got one hand on the trophy after her win in the single elimination. We've got Adrian Boss on, who won the men's freestyle earlier, ahead of, I think, Stephen Van Broekhoven and Testa ahead of, in third, ahead of Jentel Kers. And Mod Vrieswijk going out early. Well, not early, went out to Jacopo Testa, who, you know, we know is so good. Carlos. Oh, Charles, I should say. Charles Alonso. Cheers, dude. I'm going to get a few beers in tonight, boys. Thank you. You are the guys making this happen. You have brought us the commentary. Everyone who's chipped in beers today, you are the guys. I probably would have left by now, so cheers. Costa trying to make it happen on the inside. What's he got? It's, oh, no. Oh, Jesus Christ. That thing just wanted to eat him. How he has sailed away from that. It won't be the highest scoring ride. Was it the hardest to complete? I reckon it might have been. He was balancing on the roof right there. That is just insane. Oh, my life. Here we go. Fernandez, table forward. Boom. Spots it. How's the scores looking? I've kind of lost track. At the moment, not a high-scoring heat. Costa with 14-4. Fernandez got a 5-1-2 for that frontside aerial with a one hit. Another turn on that would have probably put him into the sevens, you know, even eights. So that's the difference. Just lining up one hit is never going to score you massive points. But as we know in Sylt, you could easily finish a heat with just ones on the score sheet. At the moment, Costa with a 1. And he actually scored a 5 for that last wave. I am very surprised because he mistimed it. Don't get me wrong, he sailed away from it all, and it was technically one of the most tricky things I've seen, but he messed it up. He mistimed it all. So I don't know. Maybe I missed something. Maybe that was a different wave, but is that the same as a controlled frontside aerial from Fernandez? Technically maybe harder, but visually, timing wise, it wasn't really meant. He just got out of jail, I thought, but still, hats off. If you have just joined us, we have the first men's finalist. Mark Paré is in his first ever World Cup final, taking down Marsilio Brown. But it's not all bad news for Brown because he has already won the 2022 PWA Wave World title. which I'm sure he's going to be over the moon about. He won't be happy about not making the final, but for Paré making his first final, he is going to want to stomp it down. Who will he go against in the final? Well, we're about to find out, because it's going to come down to Costa versus Fernandez. We've got them on your screens right now. At the moment, it's advantage Costa, sitting on 19.5 points versus Fernandez with 15.34. Costa yet to score a second big scoring wave. Same with Fernandez, yet to score a second wave. And this is Fernandez trying to find something on the inside. Green flag still up. And he might have got something here. This might sit up for him. He's going to hope he does. Gets an inside little tap. That will be a score. Where's Costa? That sail is disappearing in the waves. There it is. So 3.6 for that last wave. Puts him within 1 point of Costa. So still all to play for. Can we have a duotone fanatic final? Or will Philip Costa be the man to go against Paré? He's going down the line in Sylt, looking for the air. It's going to be the easiest move because you clear the whitewater, and he does. So that will probably book himself in the final. There can't be long left in this heat. Like I said, sometimes the aerial is just an easier way. You air the whole nastiousness of here in Sylt. The problem is, if you don't quite get the projection, you land in it. And that's not going to work out well. So Fernandez out the back. The difference really at the moment, it's that wave 4.55 coming in. Costa goes up to 23 points versus nearly 20 points so just a 3.5 points the difference. Victor Fernandez would need a 7-point wave, would need to up his jump score by 3.5. So he would need a 9 near enough on the jump scores. So Fernandez has got a bit of work to do if he wants to join his teammate in the final. Still green flag is up though. Jack Pettit, you legend. Come on. Supporting the channel. You are bringing the stream to the boys today. Cheers, Jack. And Thomas Jansen. Friggin' hell, boys. I'm going to be battered tonight. Good lads. I appreciate it. And everyone else should say thanks to you guys, because genuinely, you're making this happen. The girlfriend's not looking at me so badly now. She goes, well, at least you're making some money. She's like, what are you doing that for? You don't even need to. You're not at the event. I'm not being paid. I'm like, yeah, but got to. I feel like it's a need. Here we go. Fernandez on the inside. Really nice wrap, but just by going so wrapped, couldn't get that second hit. Oh, man. Well, Costa looking like he's going to be in the final against Paré. I'm not sure how long's left, but there can't be long now. 23 points to 20. It can happen very quickly. Just one move, one stall double, tabletop double, big hit. No, 2 big hits on the inside could easily happen. But we've got to be close. There's no flag on the flagpole. That means we're less than a minute to go. Costa, 1 foot in the final. Could he be going for his second event win? You wouldn't put it past him. Can Paré stop him? Or can Victor Fernandez snatch it at the last moment? Where is he? He's riding a wave, and that looked tasty. If that was a second or his third hit, wow, that might change things. Let's wait and see. If that was a big scoring wave, let's not count him out just yet. As we look on the score sheet, it is Philip Costa going against Paré in that final. Red flag is up. Waiting for another score to drop for Fernandez. But it only drops as a 2.62 as far as I can see. And he's not going to improve on that score. So it will be, as far as I can see, Philip Costa. Yeah, Philip Costa goes against Mark Paré in the final. Woo! Exciting. Come on. Who do you want to win? I'm sure there's a lot of you out there who are German but want Paré to win. We've seen Costa win before. We know how good he is. Could we have one of the young guns who has like almost had years of his, you know, prime sailing taken away from him from COVID? Like a lot of guys, you know, let's say those were your prime years, gone. never to be back. Imagine the youths who could have won the N17s, under 18s, and then you come back and they're 19. You can't get in. You know, COVID was so bad for a lot of up-and-coming sailors. It's hit events hard. It's killed sponsorship, because as we've seen with this event, no live stream, you know, budgets being cut, prize money being cut. It's difficult. Don't get me wrong. Everyone is struggling. That is just how it is. So we have to band together now. We shouldn't be fighting. We shouldn't be blaming. We shouldn't be, you know, blaming, oh, the PWA. The PWA is the riders and the brands. That's what the PWA is. They want live stream more than you know it. But if the budget isn't possible, it isn't possible. If they produce something subpar to what they've done before, they will have complaints. I know now you're all happy because we've got something, but if we started with this, there's no way anyone would be happy. So we're bringing you this. Well, I'm trying to bring you this, the commentary wise anyway. I'm not doing any of the video. That's from the guys on your screen, powered by the Strand Hotel by the looks of it, and Surf Magazine Sylt. They're bringing you this. I'm just bringing the commentary just because I feel like it really needs it. And watching it earlier, I think it needed some energy, some life, because the action I was watching was actually insane. I was like, whoa, conditions are going off in Sylt, and we've got some Hawaiian hula music going on. It wasn't cutting it for me. So glad to see you all tuning in. We're 500 people tuning in on the stream. Yes. Good lads. That's good to see. That's good to see. That knows. I mean, and I haven't really advertised it. We're just putting it on here. So I'm good to see you boys tuning in, and good to see you guys supporting. Jasper, thanks, mate. Like I said, I'm already surprised at how many of you guys have tuned in. You chipped in some beers, because I know, like I keep saying it, and I sound like a broken record. Everyone's, oh God, shut up, Ben. But I know it means something. When you don't have to put money in and people put money in, then it's worth doing. That means it's appreciated. That's where the energy, that's where everything comes from. So anyway, try not to bang on about it, but like I said, thanks for the support, guys. And look, we have got a bloody good final coming up. No two ways about it. We have got it on. We've got Philip Costa going against Mark Paré. Now, I had a sneaky bet in Pozo this was going to be the final. I really thought this was going to be the final. Where how it worked out, it didn't work out, because Costa beat Paré, I think, early, and then Brazinho came through the double on a storm and took out Paré. So he lost to the two best riders. I think that was the top two in Pozo, as far as I remember. So now we're seeing, again, in a final, Paré going against Costa for an event win. Because are we going to get a double elimination this week? Probably not. I haven't looked at the forecast for a while, but I don't think so. So this is big. Obviously, Costa's won before. Paré never won, never been in a final. He's won at youth level, junior level. Can he now win in the big boys category? We're about to find out. Come on, come on. 2 jumps, 2 ways, 14-minute heat, I think it is. They might even extend it for the final. I'll have to have a check to make sure it is that. Yeah, 14-minute heat, 2-minute transition, 2 ways, 2 jumps to count. We've got Sylt, and we've got Sylt going off. Let's not mess around here. This is decent. This is decent Sylt. It's not as good as it was. There was that middle section when Jammer was out there, and a few of the early rounds, and there was some hell moves going down. Oh, there's a few more beers coming. Floris, get on. How's them forwards doing, dude? You better not disappoint me. You better be still throwing them down. They better not be cheesing it up. Lee Mars, is that Bruno's brother? Get in. What a legend. What a legend. Like I said, you guys are doing it. Thanks, man. Fucking thanks. Like I said, you're making my girlfriend happy, because she was already giving me stuff like, what are you doing? Go surfing. I'm watching the webcam with some hula music. She's like, what are you doing? And you think about it, you think, what are we doing? And then I'm looking online at how many people are watching it, thinking, you are kidding. There's 900 people watching this webcam with hula music. I'm thinking, what? We're mad. We're all absolutely mad. We love it. That's the thing with windsurfing. Like winging, there's a lot of people going to winging, but it hasn't got the same soul, has it? Yeah, it's all right for tooting around, but it gets a bit boring, doesn't it? Windsurfing, the hardcore that are still in windsurfing, don't get me wrong, still do a bit of winging, but you do not give up windsurfing. Windsurfing is that. You don't give up. If you end up giving up, you'll be like the kiters that give up and then they come back and they're like, oh my God, it's so tiring. you're like, oh, shut it. So yes, good skills to everyone who is who's still tuning in for the windsurfing love. And again, we can have this windsurfing debate, but when the conditions are good, there's nothing, and I don't want to hear any other thing. There's nothing that beats windsurfing. I'm sorry. It's just a connection thing. You haven't got that with the winging. In the light winds, dicking around, maybe. But, and I've said this before, while we've got this break in the heat, I think, and it's a big call, I think winging will bring people into windsurfing. Okay, hear me out here. So you're a surfer, whatever. You see all these wings going around, you get into it. You do it for a bit. But the next stage up from winging is windsurfing. It is. If you've gone from windsurfing to winging, you've gone down a level. And then you're going to get bored after a bit because you're going to get bored of going around. You're going to have to launch into double loops with a foil, which you're probably going to kill yourself. So you're not going to want to do that because you're getting on a bit. And then you're going to come back to windsurfing. You're going to keep your wing for the odd day here and there. But as an only sport, no, I'm not having it. I'm not having it. It's not the same. It's not the same. So I think winging is going to bring more people back into windsurfing because it is windsurfing, just a bit different. Anyway, that's my theory. We'll see if it plays out. But I don't think it's a bad thing. It's getting so many people back on the water because they're seeing the wings and they go, actually, you know what? I've got some windsurfing kit in the garage. And then they go back and get the windsurfing kit out. It's on. We do need to have a few tweaks with the competition formats and stuff. That is going to happen. I am sure there's enough people behind the scenes that are wanting to change things. So I think you're going to have to watch this space. But I think we're going to be seeing some new initiatives. That's what I think. Again, will it all come true? I don't know. I have no clue. But what I do know is the windsurfers that are out there, especially the ones that follow the channel, which kind of interact with me, emails, messages, whatever, you can feel the love. There's some deep-rooted passion, which you just can't, you won't get that in a winger. You won't get that because that's built over years. That passion comes from years of labor, of rigging, getting skanked, traveling, getting whatever, you know, and putting the work in. That's why it feels so good when you master something. Winging is a very quick learning curve, and then you've got to go jumping, you know, or then you've got to get a foil in the head. It's not the same. Again, am I right? Am I wrong? I don't know. We'll find out one day. And talking of, am I right, Matthias, take over the PWA. It's not the PWA. The PWA is riders and brands. I'm going to keep saying that. It's nothing to do at the moment with that. There is a few things that are going on. My feeling is, again, this is just my feeling, is we need a dictator. Now, I don't say that for countries very often, but with someone who just makes decisions, with the PWA, you have to ask all the brands, the management board, you have to ask all the sailors, you vote. So you end up with a meh. So you end up with decisions which take a very long time to implicate. You can't make hard decisions. You know, it's a very difficult. So if you have a dictator who everyone votes in and you trust, who is a visionary, like when you see Apple, when Jobs was involved, you know, and all this, you kind of just trust them. In a lot of the big sports, it's one man running it and you just listen to him and you obey them and you don't moan at every little detail. Oh. And as I say that, it looks like the stream has been stopped. Okay, so we're not going to see the final. Okay, well, I tried. Maybe the camera's broke. So yeah, well, we hope, let's hope that the battery's been changed in time. I would imagine they'd be running out pretty soon. Again, this isn't my stream. Massive credit to the guys that are producing the stream. I'm just bringing you the commentary because I feel like nearly every sporting event needs commentary. Like you look at any sporting event, watch it without commentary. It's not got the same vibe. No matter who's doing the commentary, but it needs commentary. That's what brings the emotion. Well, there's some more beers flowing in, so buy a diaper. Cheers, Jan. I will be. You know what? That's the scary thing. My girlfriend is literally sitting there about to pop right now. So even if we did have the full stream in Sylt this year, I wouldn't have been commentating because we're about to have a baby. Is it going to change on the channel? Benjamin, cheers, dude. I appreciate that. Like I say, super sticker. Never had it. Don't think I've had a super sticker before. But no, that's the plan, is not to change anything on the channel. My girlfriend keeps fighting back because everyone's going, oh, Ben, windsurfing's over. It's over. And she's like, no, it's not. That's your job. You've got to bring in some money to pay for this baby. I'm like, I know. So, yeah. I know there's a few of it. I got some friends at home, and as soon as I said, you know, we're pregnant, we're having a baby, they start laughing. Oh, you're done. Finally, you're fucked after, 44. It's about time you had a proper job. I'm like, it's not over. Oof. See that on the inside there? Look like Leon Jammer. Absolutely sending it. That's what we've got to look forward to. If you are just tuning in, we have got the men's winners final coming up. Mark Paré going against Philip Costa. Duotone Fanatic going against Severn. Mark Paré in his first ever World Cup men's final. Philip Costa in I don't know how many. He's been in a lot. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of support for Paré. Can he handle the pressure? I don't know. It's difficult, but I would say he's got a very good chance. He likes tough conditions. He likes the cold. I think he's just been to Norway. He's been to bloody Iceland. He loves it. He loves the cold. I don't know what's wrong with him. He's a bit freaky. Right. So we've got 500 people on the stream. Well, the webcam or whatever we're watching here. So big up to those guys. And maybe follow them on Instagram. It says follow Instagram, Surf Magazine Sylt. Give them a follow. And maybe if you go to Sylt, stay in the Strand Hotel, the Vin Strand Hotel. I don't know how. It's probably very expensive, though, to be fair. So I'm not sure how long we've got, but there can't be long to go before we kick off this final. Oh, I tell you what, good old Felipe. Anyone seen that? Felipe. Joan, the dad of Mark Paré, is tuning in. Go on, son. Is that a bribe? If I was judging, I would take it. 19.99. I'm in. He's won. The winner. Come on, let's see this. I'm looking forward to this. I just hope the wind stays up. I hope the conditions stay up. If it does, that has been a hell of a day on the PWA. Full round of single elimination freestyle, full round single elimination women's wave. And now this is the final of the men's wave. We've crowned a world champion in the waves with Marsilio Brown. Takes 2022. Thoroughly deserved. Cannot take it away. Paré has taken him out in the semis. He's now in the final. Can he get his first win on the PWA Tour? I'd love to see it. No disrespect to Costa, but I would love to see it. I think if anyone deserves it, he does. In the women's, Sarah Keita, one hand on the trophy. If there's no more sailing, if there's no double elimination, Sarah Keita will take it home. She will win. No Dido Moreno, no Ebaya Moreno here in Sylt. So they would end up taking the world title home, which would be crazy. I think Justina Schnally would be second and Lena Erpenstein third if it finishes as it is now. Still a chance for a double elimination. And then in the freestyle, I think it's Adrian Bosson taking the single. So he would be the world champion in 2022, which would be insane. It would be so good. Second place, Stephen van Broekhoven. He just doesn't go away, does he? He doesn't go away. He's still there, knocking on the door. Testa taking down last year's champion, Amado Vrieswijk, in the middle of the draw. So, I mean, that's a tough draw anyway. Testa absolutely killed it. And then Yentel Cares, I think, just off the podium would be in fourth. But that is after the single elimination. So it's not to say they couldn't do any more rounds. But Brasinho, even if they do more rounds, he is guaranteed the world title in the men's wave. Okay, so here we go. We are getting ready. We're going to see the red flag coming up, and this will be the final. Come on. Go on, place some bets. Let's get it on. Place me some bets in the comments on YouTube. Let me know who you're rooting for. Who's going to win this? I mean, Costa's a tough bet, but who do you want to win it? Who do you think's going to win it? There we go. Oh, maybe we've got the runners-up final first. I picked it up. It was going to be the runners-up final first, I think, because that is the yellow sail of Marsilio Brown, and I think it's the green sail of Victor Fernandez. So we might have runners-up final first. And then we're going to go into the super final. Interesting. They obviously must have very good weather forecast, and they're guaranteed that they're going to get it, because usually you would run the winners final first to guarantee the result. Well, I'm going to play this just for me. Yeah, Dave says, awesome. Can you tell us how to send you beer money? Well, there is a little thanks thing on the bottom of YouTube. If you do like the other boys have been doing, if you click that thanks, I think there's some options to chuck in some beer money if you want. That's a new thing to YouTube. It's new to me anyway. But that'll get you into the members list as well. I'm going to add that new feature. I just haven't told anyone about it yet. But there's been a few people. Dave O'Riordan, he's been a ledge on that. So like I said, I know I'm a bit new to all that fangled stuff. Or you can do the PayPal link on the website if you really want to. I'm going to be doing it anyway, but I genuinely can say you boys are making definitely more motivated and stopping me getting grief off the missus, because now she thinks, oh, well, it's worth it. Can treat me to dinner tonight. I'm like, okay, babe, I'll take you to dinner. And a pregnant lady, she doesn't eat so much. It's a cheap date. All righty, come on, let's get it on. Victor Fernandez versus Marcilio Brown. This is the battle for third place. So winner of this next heat will be on the podium in the single elimination. You have to remember that. It's a single elimination. Could have a double, but it's a long way back in Sylt to run a double. I haven't looked at the forecast. Maybe one of you guys have. Yeah, let me know how it's looking. Yellow sail is very standout, though. Actually, they both stand out pretty well. I can see, a lot of guys going for block color now. Quite like it. All righty. So Fernandez on the green sail, Brown on the yellow sail. And it looks like, oh, how does he do it every time? Nails a perfect double right off the bat. He never misses. Like Shooter McGavin. Backy. Oh, goes down. Fernandez. So advantage Brown. That double absolutely spotted it. 8 points for that double as well for Brown. So it's a really good start to the heat. Already puts the pressure on Victor Fernandez. When jumps are not easy to find, when your opponent kicks off the heat, like on the go with the double, they've literally got the whole heat now to find 3 moves, which is 1 jump and 2 waves, because they've already done the jump right at the beginning. So you just make it so much easier for yourself. You've got like 14 minutes to find 1 jump if you do that first jump on you nail it on the go. It's crazy. But how he does it every time, and other people are just struggling to find ramps, he just seems to hunt them out, sniff them out. It's like some sort of sniffer dog for ramps. Okay, Brown. What's he got? He's got another ramp here, hasn't he? It's definitely dropped off. There's definitely less wind. Not that it's bad, but it's getting lighter. I'm a bit worried. Oh, look at this, Brown. It's the sniffer. Oh, my life. Oh, I think he wanted to push forward. I think he got caught in 2 minds. He's like, I want to push forward. Do I want to push forward? Maybe I should go safe. Got stuck in between. Oh, mate. So maybe it's not that light. But how does he do that? 2 absolutely peachy ramps. Just bang. There you go. Well, I nearly just had a heart attack. David shucked in 350. And then I thought he was Czar. I was like, oh my God. I think we're going out for a big dinner tonight, babe. No, it's okay. We'll have a steak in Cape Town. Decent, though. Cheers, dude. And you boys are legends. Thanks for the support. And Tim as well. Cheers, Tim. Get this final on. Oh, 350 Czar. That's like fillet steak, 2 fillet. Oh, yeah. Oh, can't wait to go back to Cape Town. Go on, Brown. Looks like he's going to get it. Oh, you can see it's just not kicking. Like you going up to the ramp. Fernandez going to get something here. Big stall forward. He's playing it really safe, Victor, beginning of this heat. Wants to guarantee the jumps. When it's a bit dodgy like this, you need to guarantee the jumps. But you've got to be careful because you might only get those opportunities. And if you waste them doing safe jumps and Brown's doing, you know, stalled doubles and push forwards and you only get 2 jumps, it's going to be advantage Brown. But also, if you're doing the big jumps, you're not landing them, and then you don't get opportunity towards the end, everyone will be going, oh, you should have gone safe. So competition is really not easy to make those decisions. A lot of competition sailing is decision making. If you're a good decision maker, man, you're going to be good at competition. I'm actually a pretty bad decision maker when I'm having bad heats. That's usually the problem. Bad decision making. And obviously you don't know what the future holds. So you make the decision thinking something's going to happen. And obviously you don't control the weather or the waves. But here we go. Brown, he's starting off this heat pretty well. He's already got a really solid double in the bank, but then he's got 2 crash jumps. Looked like he got caught in 2 mines in a few of them. Oh, another double. Was that a table double? Because if it is, that table double and the double, they do count as different moves. They've used that to good effect in Pozo. And that's what got him up into second place. No doubt about it. He was nailing in 2 9-point jumps or 2 8-point jumps. And it's very difficult to compete with that. But Victor Fernandez does have that tabletop double. Now, it is a bit contentious. Like, how tweaked does it have to be a tabletop to class as a tabletop double? A lot of sailors talking about it. But that's just the way it goes. You've got to play to the rules. If they're the rules and there isn't no real definition, give it a little tweak. Oh, Victor just going down on that. Pillow. Thanks, man. From Lake Kimsey. That's where the lake named Kimsey goes there. Kimsey. I didn't know that. Name of a lake. Hexo Flexo. Sounds like a superhero. Cheers, dude. Hexo Flexo. Or the name of a wetsuit, maybe. Robert Deleu. I'm a hero. I'm not really a hero. The guys that are providing the actual video are pretty much heroes. I'm just tagging on here. But I actually think it's been fun, man. I've seen some really good heats. I've seen the boy PWA get to the final. We've got Brasinho taking a world title. And we're now trying to, you know, sneak out the podium places. Here we go. Fernandez on the inside. He can make an onshore mush thing look like who keeper. So, you know, all eyes are on him. He is so smooth. You know, not much consequence there. Judges want to see something consequential, something risque, something that means if you mess it up, it's going to cost you. You're doing some S turns, not going to be big, but it doesn't always work like that. You know, when you're watching, you're thinking it's going to jack up and it doesn't. So then you're caught doing the S turn. So you have to, there we go. Fernandez, what's he got here? Oh, didn't sit for him. And I mean, it looks, I'll be honest, from this camera angle at the top, it looks easy. It looks easy. It is not easy. When you're down at water level, all you see is mounds. And they're not, you know, we can see from up here, oh, that looks like it's going to jack up. That looks like a jack up. From the water, it's honestly a scary old place. It's like a mogul field that just keeps moving. And you look in towards one wave, and when you get there, it's moved and it's gone flat. So it is very difficult. Cheers, Robert. There we go. Brown on the inside. This looks like it's wedging up. Come on. Deliver. Good first one. Needs something consequential on the inside. It's jacking up. 360. Got a bit caught. Oh, he went for it, though. It's what we want to see. That's what the judges want to see. You know, nice little turn to kick things off, but then something meaty. Then something under the lip. Victor Fernandez has to pull out of that one. It is getting harder to read. You can tell. These boys are the best in the world, and it is looking tricky. So, Fernandez versus Brown. This is for third place. So, this is the runners-up final. This is to see who will end up on the podium in the single elimination. Brown on the outside. I'm going to bring you some scores in a minute. We're just going to wait for that. One-footed backy from Brown spots it. He's already got a couple of doubles. What's he scored? He has got. So there we go. I'm just looking at the scores. Brown has a perfect double forward at the beginning, 8 points. And then he did get a tabletop double forward, 8.6. So he is in a massive advantage over Victor Fernandez. 3.88 on his first wave. And Fernandez has some work to do. Yes, he does. So Brown trying to sneak his way onto that podium. I say sneak. There's no sneaking about it. He's not been sneaking anywhere this year. He's been stomping his way. Paré took him out in that semi-final. So, you know, next best thing would be a third place. But he's going to have to beat Victor Fernandez. Fernandez is capable, but when you've already got a perfect double and a tabletop double in the bag in Sylt in these conditions, you'd have to think Fernandez is going to have to pull off some sort of miracle comeback now, because he is really deep. He is so far behind now. He's going to need some wonder waves, and he's going to need to drop some doubles of himself. Is he capable? Of course he's bloody capable. But is he going to get the opportunity? That is the difference. What have we got? They're looking for something. It's gone funky, hasn't it? It really has gone very difficult. I don't know if the tide's going out, but I think it's getting tricky. There was a real sweet spot in the middle of the men's single elimination. Just looks so good, the conditions. Now they're getting really tricky. You've got this inside break, and it breaks very quick. Here we go. Look at the bowl. Oh, oh my God. Oh, I can see that thing dredging up. Oh, that was unlucky. He had to leave it late because he wanted the bowl, but just misses it. Just misses it. And then you're caught in that position where the rig is between you and the wave. And that is the number one rule of wave sailing. When you're in that position, you got to get out of there, because that is dangerous, especially here in Sylt. But fair play. He wanted the bowl. He left it late. Just couldn't quite get it. Yeah, there's a lot of guys looking at Sylt going, actually, this Sylt place looks all right. It can be nasty, I can tell you. Here we go. Fernandez got a little nug there, little, you know, winder to start things off. Oh, see, it's really tricky now. This is when Sylt's hard work. This is when you're in one of the early rounds and you can end up looking like a right muppet. You don't get any waves, you don't get any jumps, and then there's other people scoring everything. And there's a bit of luck involved. There's a hell of a lot of skill and timing. It's reading the waves, but it's almost unreadable, because when you think it's going to jack, it doesn't. You know, Brazilian doesn't miss time stuff. There's a double from Fernandez. He's getting back in there. It was a pretty sweet one, close to shore. It's going to score good. Brazilian would have seen that. How will that affect the scores? That's the question. Double coming in at 7.25, so not as much as Brown, but he's got 2 waves on the thing. He's about 1 point behind Brown at the moment, but Brown yet to score a second wave score. So it's getting closer. Not all over yet. Could see the difference being a wave, or it could be that tabletop double from Brown. Those could be the difference makers. On the inside, we got Marcilio Brown. He's got a little wedge here, or just bogged a little bit on that bit of chop at the bottom. He think he wanted something more. He's going to get a nice hit here. Doesn't sit. It's a nice wave, but you know him. He's been, that looked like it was going to jack up. It was looking like he's going to get frontside air, but he just didn't sit up for him. Just didn't do what he expected. He didn't do what we expected it to do. I'm looking at it thinking he timed that perfectly. Very difficult to read Sylt. And Fernandez is one of the guys that has just got magical reading skills. It's like a speed reader. Here we go. And that's not gonna sit. He might get a little inside wedge. Now, what's the air? Doesn't, just pulls out. It's difficult. You can see at different places of the beach, the way the wave comes in, it's pushing on one side, it's pulling up on the other. And sometimes you get caught in the middle. You got nothing. You got no pressure from the wave. And then you've got like this meaty nugget downwind of you. You just can't hit. So you're like, you got no speed because you got no wave. It's very strange, but these are the best guys in the world. And if they can make it happen, well, if anyone can make it happen, these guys can do it. Marcilio Brown, Victor Fernandez, both won world titles before. Current world title holder will be, well, Marcilio Brown. We've just crowned him. 2022 Windsurfing Wave, PWA Wave champion. Solid. Very solid. A lot of happy people out there. I mean, like I said, I've said it all stream, but if anyone deserves it, it's definitely him. Nice to see Cape Verde back on the tour this year. You know, PWA gets a lot of stick, but they did put on Cape Verde this year. Pozo happened. You know, it's not easy times trying to get money, trying to get organizers. Not easy to do full-blown, you know, PWA events with all the standards that are issued. You know, those standards are put down by the sailors, prize money standards, you know, judging standards, and they all cost money to implement. To do some, you know, local event out the back of a car, yes, easy. To do a full-blown PWA event, not so easy. Here we go. Marsilio Brown on the inside. Nice kicker. Needs that second hit. And it looks like, oh, he doesn't get it. That's the Sylt. That Sylt backwash. Bounce off the bottom. Comes up underneath your board like a bloody great white shark and just punch you. It's so difficult to stay on the board on that inside, especially on this lower tide I think we've got now. Victor Fernandez, and the red flag is up. That wave will count. What's he got? Frontside egg goes down hard. I think that will be it. It will be Marsilio Brown who will take the podium. So third place for Marsilio Brown in the 2022 Sylt World Cup. Yes. Sponsored by Mercedes-Benz. And this live stream is brought to you by Surf Magazine, Sylt, powered by Vin Strand Hotel and Windsurfing.TV commentary and a bit of everything else. But yeah, Brown gets third in the single elimination, but he mainly things that he's come for was to win the world title, and that is what he has done. World title for Brown in 2022. Good comeback from Victor Fernandez after a disastrous Cape Verde event, but he has come right back up, I think, into the podium for the overalls now. Wouldn't surprise me if he's maybe even up there. He could even be up there in the top 3, top 2, maybe. Depends where Costa finishes. I have to do some quick calculations. I wasn't expecting to do commentary, so I didn't do any workings out, but I'm sure the PWA are on it as much as that's. Let's see. Okay, let's get it on. We are doing it. Mark Paré in his first ever PWA World Cup final going against Philip Costa, the German. Not on his home patch, but, you know, he's been here a lot over the years. He comes here for, you know, promotional events. He's done German championships here. I remember one of his first finals here ever came here leading maybe the world tour and absolutely threw it away. So he has mixed feelings from here in Sylt, but over the years, he's worked it all out. And with these conditions that we've got at the moment, cross on shore, port tack, it's going to suit both of these riders. I would say that fits into both of their hands, both very, very solid in these conditions. Who is going to win it? Well, you're going on form. You've got to think Philip Costa. You know, he is the informed guy. He's won Pozo. He's already beat Mark in the early heats, but Mark Paré will know that, and he want to get his own back. He'll want to put his name at the top of the tree. He'll want to get his event first win. But look at the top. Costa has already got something lined up. What has he got? I didn't see if that was a double or a single. That was Mark. I think it was a single. It blurred out. Sorry. I've not got the best view here on the webcam. Oh, no. I think that's Victor Fernandez. Yeah, that's Victor Fernandez coming in. Mark Paré is at the back with already one jump in the bag. So Costa versus Paré. Looking forward to this. Come on, give us the conditions. Give us some big wedges. I want to see these boys going freaking ham on the inside. Big, thick lips. You know, they're not as big now, but they can be super thick. If you get your timing right, you're going to get punted. They're going to want to get the jumps in nice and early, not leave it too late, because we know that wind is up and down. It looks actually like it's picked up a bit. So I'm expecting to see some doubles from now on. We've got two of the best doublers in the world in this heat, Mark Paré and Philip Costa. Push forwards in the bag as well. Costa definitely has them better than Paré, but Paré, given the ramp and the wind, he will no doubt pull off a push forward. But this is a great ramp for Costa. And there we go. Plane in? No, but solid double forward from Philip Costa. So advantage Costa, he's had a push loop and a double forward. Double forward from PWA, scoring a 7 and a 3.62 forward. And he's got an inside wave, frontside air, lands it. Great wave to kick things off. That's what's hard to find in Sylt. So if you can get some stuff in early, you're going to feel nice and comfortable. And then you can go crazy at the end. But you need some safe stuff in. Not that that wave was very safe because he was risking it. But if you can get some counters in early, then you can go full risky. You might see that frontside 360. We've seen one of the highest scoring waves of this competition earlier from Mark PWA. There's the one-handed back loop from Costa. Such a lazy one-handed back loop. It's like he doesn't even like doing them. He's like, yes, beneath me. I don't like to do these just easy back loops with one hand. I like to go a little bit crazier. There we go. 4.62, solid, not crazy big. Then maybe they're having to cut back on the big scores. Ooh, come on. I'm going to be a little bit biased here. Come on, PWA! I'd love to see him get his first win. I mean, already second place in the single. He's already stoked. Don't get me wrong, but I just know him. He won't be happy. If he sails good here, I think he will be slightly happy. If he sails bad, he'll be fuming. So he wants to have a good heat. But second would be no mean feat. Costa, what's he got for us? He's lining this up. This looks like it's sitting. Might get a nice tap here. Yeah, he will. Yeah, there you go. Big spray, fins out. Going to get another hit now. Maybe an aerial off that end section. It is. Perfect. And he's going to get another hit, but risks it for a chocolate biscuit. That's a good wave. You've got to give it to him. The big man from Gran Canaria recently moved to Pozo. And I tell you what, he started filming. If you follow him on Instagram and stuff, he's been putting out a few more videos. He seems motivated. Out the back, though, PWA has got something lining up. It's massive. It's absolutely massive. I thought we might see the push forward, but he has absolutely gone into orbit on that stall forward. I think that's one of the biggest jumps we've seen. It's a simple forward for the top guys, maybe, but in terms of height, that thing was huge. That's definitely going to up his forward score. That is for sure. Whoa, we needed something else, though. If he's going to beat Costa, maybe he needed something like a push forward or something maybe a little bit crazier. Ooh, getting tense. It's getting tense already. 6.25 for that forward loop. He pretty much level pegging. There's 0.01 in it. That's how close it is between PWA and Costa right now. Oh, this is beauty on the inside. PWA, nice little tap. He's going to get another one. It's sitting up for him. Maybe the gods. Oh, no. PWA. Costa. Oh, it's getting better, isn't it? They are sitting nice right now. Nice face to work with. He's going to get a real nice wedge here, Costa. This could be death or glory. And it looks like glory all the way, doesn't it? Oh, just sat so nicely. Costa, oh, just plugged the nose at the end, but that looked very nice. Sat up lovely. Sometimes just starts to work for you. They say you make your own luck. But Costa is definitely doing that. On the line, PWA versus Costa. Advantage at the moment is Mark PWA, waiting for that second wave score to drop for Costa. When it does, we'd expect to see him go into the lead. But it is definitely all to play for. Looking forward to this final. It's lining up, isn't it? These waves are looking good. Look at that thing. Bomb. Oh. Damn. Look how heavy that inside section is. I mean, once it breaks, the white water is much higher than the wave in the original state. And Costa's right down the bottom already. Does that mean he's already had a massive wave? Well, he drops in a 7 for his last wave. It takes him on to 24.88 points. Pare, got a bit of work to do. On the jumps, it's 12.88 for Costa and it's 13.12 for Pare. But it's where the waves is where all the action is happening. 4 points ahead pretty much. 3.8 ahead on the waves. So Pare got a bit of work to do on the waves. And we know Costa can improve on the jumps. If he gets the moment, we're going to see tabletop double. We're going to see probably a push forward. But Sylt doesn't always deliver the wave you want when you want it. But these guys seem in sync with the inside waves. We're going to have plenty more opportunities, I think. And it wouldn't surprise me to see a frontside 360 from this man. He is so consistent with that move. And this thing is doubling up on the inside. We're going to see a hell of a section. Pare, what's he got for us? Has he timed it right? No, he hasn't. He hasn't timed it right. He's timed it very badly. Oh, yeah. It's so difficult. It's so easy sitting here watching. I've been there. I've been out in Sylt a few times and it can just make you look like an absolute monkey. Honestly, it is. It's a real level cleaner upper. You can go against the best guy in the world and they can look terrible. You can look great, or it can go the other way around. You can look like absolute rubbish. We saw Ricardo going against Brasinho. He didn't even get past 10 points in his heat. 2 jumps, 2 waves, didn't get past 10 points. That's what I'm saying. It's not easy. These are tricky conditions, but that's what we want to see. We've had a really good mix this year. Had Cape Verde, you know, full perfection down the line. Obviously not as good as Cape Verde can get, very shallow. Yes, I know there was some complications, but still, it was down the line. And it was light, but okay, it was different conditions. Then we had Pozo going off. No two ways about it. You know, best man won. And now we've got Sylt, which is a bit of everything. It's a bit of real world, nasty North Sea heaviness with a bit of perfection in there as well. You know, so we're getting to see it. All we need now is a Gincho event and we would have a well-rounded champion. Would Brasinho still be the champion? I think so. You know what? I think so, which is why I know that he is definitely a deserved champion in 2022. Has to be the best all-round sailor in the world right now. Maybe has been for a few years. So definitely deserved. Whoa, here we go. Come on. Bring it on. Costa, what have you got for us, mate? We want to see some goiter action. We want to see some 360s. We know both of these guys have got it in it. And as soon as they've got some safe things in the bag, you're going to see them. You're going to see them. Here we go. We might even see it now. Tweaked air? No. Oh, straight into that and sails away. How he keeps that thing on his feet was anyone's guess. Pare behind him, trying to line something up, waiting out the back. Just have a look out to see. Yeah, it looks nice out there. Here we go. Pare biding his time at the moment, trailing to Brown. 3.5 points the difference. Pare needs something in the 7 range to get it close. What's he got? First turn. Needs something bigger. Needs that first turn followed by something. Tweaked air. He's going to sail away. No, he's not. Oh, come on, son. Come on. Yes, I am biased. I'm rooting for Pare on this one for sure. Love to see him on the top of the podium. Great to see him on the podium. Anyway, whatever happens, second in Sylt. And that's a good one to be second in. There's crowds everywhere. There's people everywhere. You know, it is, well, I've never been there, but I've heard it's pretty good. Well, I've never been in Sylt. I have been on the World Cup podium. 10 points, if you guess where. It's quite a mad feeling. Oh, there we go. Double loop. So Pare spots a perfect double loop on the outside. Oh, and as I say that, the perfect 1999 comes in from John. John Hall, you legend. Thanks, mate, for the support. I'm just glad you guys are enjoying it. I'm glad it's working. I didn't even think it would work doing it this way, but it does, which is quite interesting for the future. But anyway, interesting. Okay, so we got Parry upwind. Oh, hello. Costa, 1 foot, 1 hand, maybe. Oh, goes down. You don't see that very often. Costa in the water as Parry trying to line something up. We really wanted to make this close. Come on, son. Find something out there. There is 3.5 points the difference. 3.5 points. So Parry would need, oh, he's going to need something special. On that big ramp on the outside, he needed a push forward or something. He needed something special. He might live to regret that, or he needs a 7-point wave. He's capable of both. No two ways about it. He's definitely capable. If he gets the right wave, he can absolutely shred the thing. He's already had a 9 in the previous round with a turn, frontside 360, and then another turn. I mean, it was incredible. And he's waiting upwind now, and here he goes. Parry, can he get himself back in this heat? 3.5 points he needs to make up. So he needs a 7-point wave. There's the first turn. Big first turn. Now needs this. If he hits this, he does. Oh, yo, no. Oh, I'm crying. That was, oh, no. He's going to be having nightmares. That is going to be reliving that thing. He's going to be like, waking up in the middle of the night. Oh, that was there. Oh, that was money. That was absolute money. Jeez. Oh, Parry. No. That was so good. Oh. Anyway, still good. Still time. Philip Costa. Costa's being steady Eddie so far. Still 3.5 points the difference. Costa's got something on the inside now. He's a bit early on that. Yeah, it's not going to be much there. It's a little one, but yeah, not what we want to see. Not what we want to see. Not what he wants to see. He's already got a 5 and a 7 in the bag. You know, Parry scoring a 3.75 for that last one. If he'd have made it, he was back in the game. He could have even been in the lead. Oh, like I say, nightmares. Absolute nightmares. Cold sweats. Joan at home. Joan Parry. Oh, he's going to have his hand in his hands. Oh, here he goes. He's got another chance, though. Oh, the red flag's up. No, he hasn't. The red flag is up. So that was it. That is over. That is over, Red Rover. We are done. And it is Philip Costa that is going to take the win in the Mercedes-Benz 2022 Windsurfing World Cup here in Sylt. Gutted for Parry. That wave, like I said, there's going to be nightmares about that. He's going to relive it. But you've got to think right now, he is in second place. He's guaranteed a podium. His first ever podium at a World Cup in the men's fleet. I mean, fair play, man. Just give him a clap. Well done, Philip Costa, as well. I mean, had a shocker in Cape Verde. Came back with a win in Pozo. If he wins here in Sylt, I'm pretty sure that must put him up into second place in the overalls. Brasinho will win the world title. Doesn't matter what happens in the double. And there's people clawing their way back. Obviously, Parry didn't go to Cape Verde. He was injured. So, you know, he could have been right up there in the podium if he'd have been able to go to Cape Verde. So there you go. That is it. If you haven't tuned in today, you missed it. We had what do we have? We had men's freestyle in the morning. Boss On taking home the victory. If we don't have a double elimination, which they might be starting now, I haven't even looked at the schedule. Well, Boss On would be the 2022 freestyle world champion, but we still got a bit of time to go in this week, and we've still got time in this day, although light looks like it is fading. Also, what else have we had? Second place, I think, Stephen Van Broekhoven. Yeah, he's still going. Stephen Van Broekhoven right there, second place. Tester third. Yentel Cares in fourth. Then we had the women's wave. Sarah Keita won it. So she will be, if she stays in that first place in the double elimination, she will be 2022 World Women's Wave champion. And we also have Justina Stadi in second. So she will be second. And Lena Erpenstein will move up into third place. So solid day, solid results. We've got, like I say, Costa winning the single. He moves up, I think, into second. I am just making that up, but I'm pretty sure with 2 wins, I would have thought it would put him up into second. Victor will be up there as well. Maybe he overtakes Traversa, maybe. Brasilio will be the 2022 windsurfing, well, PWA Wave World Champion. Thoroughly deserved. Great. Hats off to Mark Parry as well, getting on his first podium, guaranteed. And then now, what is happening? Well, I'll tell you by reading. There will now be one heat break before the start of the double elimination. So straight into the double elimination. I think I might have to move because I'm just going to show you and ruin the glory. Oh, hang on. Am I in? That's my position right now. I'm going to just show you around. You are all going to have a fit when you see what I'm living in here. This is, I shouldn't be showing people this. This is how I'm living right now. Yes, this is how we're living. We're having a baby and we're living in a van. Yes. So if you want to chip some beer money in, feel free. I got flies all over me. I've got a pregnant girlfriend and we're living in a van outside. The house is an absolute state, but we've got windsurfing on the live stream. We've got a webcam, I should say. We got the commentary going. Oh man, absolute carnage. Honestly, carnage. I'll get rid of my ugly mug for a minute. Rocking the Pura Vida t-shirt as well. Jim from Pura Vida's got to be happy with that. Beautiful. Oh, hello. Got some Swiss francs coming in. Is that Swiss francs? Andres, good job. Oh, and I tell you what, we've done this whole live stream, right, without any dogs barking. That is a miracle. I've got 2 dogs that go mental every time someone goes past. We've literally just done the whole live stream. No dogs. Impressive stuff. So massive thanks to everyone for tuning in. Double elimination. Let's see how we're going to do this. The dogs have literally, it's like they've been waiting for me to finish this single elimination. You need diaper money. Yeah, I have to say, I actually had a shock when I realized how much those nappies, diapers, wherever you're from in the world, cost. They're bloody expensive. I was joking. I put on the channel, oh, I need diaper money instead of beer money. I think I do. Bloody expensive. But cheers for everyone for tuning in. Like, we had like nearly 600 people then. So that's pretty impressive. And thanks for the guys for providing the webcam. Without that, it definitely wouldn't have happened. Go, your hands dirty and build up your house again. I am trying. We are trying. We're hopefully, I think the baby could come at any point from now until the next couple of weeks. But we haven't got any floor in the house at the moment. So we haven't got any bathrooms. We haven't got a kitchen. We're living in the van and we're hoping the baby doesn't pop out early, basically. Cheers, boys. Thanks for tuning in. What have we got? We need freestyle double elimination 2. Is it going to happen? A good question. Basically, all the information I'm getting is just off the live stream. Sorry, off the live ticker, which is what I'm following. Maybe I should try and get send a link. We'll try and get Paré in for a bit of an interview. That could be it, couldn't it? That'd be quite mad. But we are tuning up. I think this is getting ready for the double elimination in the waves, which is an interesting one, isn't it? Because you'd think that there's only been one freestyle event. Maybe there was more emphasis to go on to the freestyle. Oh, how's that hit? Did you see that? Who is that? That frontside air on the inside looked insane. JP board, JP sail. Could have been a few. It could have been Swift. Could have been Denell. Could have been a few guys. But that looked tasty. Let me just read through what the live ticker says. Like, you might be reading it as well. It says congratulations to Philip Costa, who wins the single elimination ahead of Mark Paré. Also massive congratulations to Paré, who is now guaranteed a first podium on the world tour. Yeah. And if he'd have got that wave, this is Graham Ezzy. So he got, it looks fun conditions. Got to say, you've got to give it Sylt at the moment. Really fun conditions. Oh, there we go. Someone got it right. Someone got it right. Your first podium was in Warsaw, Ben. You are correct. Yeah, it's a mad feeling, I have to say, like winning a World Cup or whatever thing. I know mine was at the indoor. Some people might go, that's not windsurfing. But I tell you what, whatever you want to say, it's frigging crazy being ahead of, like, I think it was like Matteo Iachino and Agajan, you know, the indoor. And it was a mad thing. So I can only imagine that Sylt just must be insane, like absolutely insane. Oh, hello. What's this? Next weekend, the wind will be crazy at Sylt. Oh, hello. It's not all over. I thought when I saw the forecast, maybe we were only in for a one-dayer. But that gives me hope. That gives me hope. I'm going to have to move position. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Because if we do have wind next weekend, we might be having more action. So it may be not all over. I wonder what the wind's going to be, because, I mean, this wind that we've seen here, this is Sylt, I would say, at nearly its best. I've seen it a little bit better, but this is good Sylt. I think the pictures you're going to see from today and the edited video should be insane. I mean, it really should be insane, because you've got to remember, this is high up, this camera. So those waves that they're hitting might not look that big from here, but you wait till you see the lower down cameras. You will see some meatiness to those waves. They will look twice as impressive, I would say. Some of the crashes that we saw here, some of the hits we saw will look way, way impressive from a lower down cam. But this is a great camera to have, you know, just for overall visuals. I mean, we're not getting, you know, super close ups, but again, beggars can't be choosers. We know there's no live stream, and this is the best that's on offer at the moment. So I wonder who the first heat in the double is against. Let's have a look. First heat of the double, men's freestyle elimination, men's. Actually, I don't even know if it's up yet. I'm impressed that Van Broekhoven gets to the. Yeah, so I can't see the double elimination at the moment, guys. Anyone see it? No, I can't see it. So there we go. Yeah, what is happening? I'm trying to find the double elimination. I'm struggling to find it at the moment. So, like I say, if you are just tuning in, that was a very impromptu watch along. So massive thanks to everyone who's chipped in some beer money. Really appreciate it. It's definitely, well, to be honest, I wasn't going to do the whole thing, but then it's pretty hard. When you start, you get into it anyway. That's what live stream does to you. You start watching one heat. There's no way you're leaving before the final, is there? There's no way. And I'm sitting on my own here in Portugal, so it's quite nice to do it with you boys all tuning in. And speaking of beers, Niels, no worries, man. I appreciate the beers. For everyone who's chipped in the beers today, I have to say massive thanks. And a massive thanks to the guys providing this live stream. Show them some support for sure. Surf Magazine, Sylt, like, they're the guys that have made this happen. So you have to show them some love. Whether you go on their Facebook, Instagram, show them some love, because like I said, you would not have got those visuals. Make sure when you follow it, if you're doing this watch along, you have to follow it as well on their channel. You know what I mean? Because literally, I've just piggybacked off the end of it. I just know you guys want some commentary, because it definitely gives it some context, some emotion, some cheers. So I appreciate that. And like I said, I just want you guys to know that. So send them some love. Follow them on Instagram. If you don't follow them on Instagram, you're not watching. I know I can't make you do that, but it would be definitely appreciated if you could show them some love. If you are just tuning in, you've missed the finals. We just had the men's single elimination final. Philip Costa winning. Mark Paré, first ever time on the podium, guaranteed podium now, because when you finish second in the single, the worst you can drop to is third. So that's pretty cool. Marcilio Brown in third place and Victor Fernandez in fourth. We'll have to work out all the other bits as we go along and how that plays out and how it all works. So I think the plan for the day now, reading the live ticker, is to go into the double elimination of the waves. Again, I don't know the forecast, but from what I just heard, it does seem that it's going to be windy on the weekend, but you never know. The way those systems are moving around, low and high pressures, it can change. So you need to guarantee results. And that is what they are doing now for sure. So just guaranteeing results, trying to get through that double elimination. All we do know, though, the waves have had, you know, Cape Verde, Posa, they've had a few events. The freestylers have been a bit thin on the ground. So it wouldn't surprise me if they went into freestyle. But maybe there's a whole lot of changing around, and that's maybe why they're not doing that. Hang on, we've got some WhatsApp messages here from Nico Preen. Hi, Ben. Are you there? Yes, I am, Nico. I'm with the guys from Surf Magazine. Oh, there we go. See, this is what these guys are doing. These guys are up there in the rain filming this for you guys. So, Nico, if you're listening, let me just record Nico a voice message. Hey, Nico, I don't know if you're listening, but I'm trying to do the commentary on the live. If the boys need me to do anything, give them a shout out. Do they need to follow anywhere? Everyone online wants to show them a bit of love because it's definitely been appreciated. There we go. Let's see what he comes back with. So Nico Preen's up with the Sylt guys. I mean, it looks miserable. On the cam, they've done a bloody good job because it doesn't look that bad. On the picture I've just got sent through, it looks very wet, very miserable. So if you're going to buy a magazine, or not if, go buy a surf magazine, because that, you get the surf magazine, so you get worth it anyway, and you support these guys because that's well worth it. Get them on order. Subscribe. Because it's a miserable job. And I say this every time, like live stream filming is a miserable job. Miserable, absolutely miserable, because you cannot move. So you don't get a rest. You've got to be following and not making any mistakes all the time. It's relentless. It's so difficult to keep your concentration. And that's why I always believe that cameramen who film windsurfing events should be windsurfers, because if you're not a windsurfer, it must be mind-numbingly boring because you don't know the people, you don't know what's happening, so you haven't got that extra energy that a windsurfer would have, you know, watching Costa in action. Yes, you might see the double, but you wouldn't understand all the bits. So I kind of always think that. Well, there we go. There's a red flag up for the double elimination. I'm not sure how many heats I'm going to get through this double elimination. I haven't eaten a thing today. It's 4 o'clock, so I might have to nip and get some food and then come back in. But I'm going to stay on for a little bit. Like I said, show the guys from Surf Magazine over in Sylt some love. Follow on Instagram. Give them a like. Send them a nice cheery comment. Cheery comment, right? I'll tell you what, as a creator, as a content producer, whatever you want to call me, a cheery comment can change everything. Seriously, that sounds ridiculous. But when you're working and you're slaving and, you know, things not going great, and it doesn't sound, I'm not trying to say it's a hard job, because there's a lot of hard jobs out there. But sometimes you're like, oh, man, it's a bit of a struggle because you're not making loads of money. But then a couple of nice comments, you kind of think, at least someone's enjoying it. The worst you get, like, I like constructive criticism. What I don't like is someone who's like, this is shit. That's what kills me. Like, it's quite funny, really. Okay, I just heard that Nico was doing the commentary on the Sylt channel. So maybe there is commentary. I'll have to, maybe they've got commentary now. And like I said, I don't want to piggyback off those guys. That's not what I'm trying to do. So if they're doing commentary and they're doing a thing, I'm going to probably leave it to those guys because, like I said, that's not my intention to do this. I was just trying to fill a hole that was there. So maybe I'm going to have to go off and check that whatever's happening. Okay, he's not doing it now. Okay, just the final. Sorry, I'm trying to do about a million things. Full budget operation right now. Okay, so right, we're in. We got green flag up. Let's do a bit more commentary. Let's see how it goes. We got some early round heats. So, just to give you an idea who's out there, we got Nicholas Agajan going against Anthony Runes, and we got Baptiste Clarec going against Miguel Chapuis. I tell you what, some young guns there, Miguel Chapuis and Baptiste Clarec. That is a great battle. RRD, you know, Clarec, he is just a hell man, just goes mental, this guy. And then Chapuis as well from down in Tarifa. Again, he is mad crazy. He goes for some big old stuff. So that will be an interesting matchup. On the other side of the draw, you got the Battle of the Frenchies, you know, both not ex-freestylers, they're freestylers, but obviously gone into the waves. So freestyle background, both handy in the waves. And Runes has done well here in Sylt before. So those two going head to head. Be an interesting matchup. But yeah, so I'm going to ask you a favor. Anyone watching now, you should click on the YouTube link on the PWA site and subscribe to the Surf Magazine YouTube channel. It does help. Those little things, you know, when you're putting the work in, to see the subscriber count going up, you kind of think, thanks. That's, you know, you kind of think, oh, it's working. Something's happening. Someone's following me. So those little things do help. They don't seem like much to people, but trust me, when you're trying to do this sort of thing, it does mean something. Right. I'll try not to talk too much about that. Let's get on with some action. So if you are just tuning in, you've missed the finals, but we have started the double elimination. Wave here in Sylt. This looks like Runes. Okay, so Bosch. Oh, I tell you what, you forget how much commentary takes it out of you. It's knackering. It's very strange. It's just talking, but not sure why it's tiring. We're going to put some scores on here. It's very difficult to see what's happening. 4 riders on the water going from 2 is a bit more tricky. So Agajan versus Runes, and that looks like Agajan. Well, it could be Miguel, actually. Miguel Chapuis on the Neil Pride. This is Baptiste Clarec on the RRD sail. Flips it out. Here we go on that inside bowl. That is a bowl. He's gone a bit early. So easy to do in Sylt because you don't want to go late. You've got nothing to hit, but going early can be consequential as well and just gets caught by the end of that. Nice turn from Runes. Oh, it's lining up, isn't it? Beautiful. Oh, gets destroyed. Throwing the fins out. Okay, so Agajan, I'm guessing. Oh, I just couldn't quite find a nice wave. It's getting a bit funky out there. So Baptiste Clarec on the outside. At the moment, not such a big scoring heat. We've got Agajan, 12.5 points, push loop and a back loop, but the waves are where everyone's struggling. And that is the problem here in Sylt. That, you know, you're watching the top end of the men's fleet, they make it look easy. It is not that easy, you know, to find 7-point waves in Sylt. You've got to be lucky or you've been absolutely rocking it, because what you don't see is how easy it is for that water to grab you and just pull you back in. It's so difficult to sail away from a lot of these moves. It's freaking crazy. Pretty decent conditions for Sylt. Like I said, a lot of people have, you know, only seen Sylt onshore, but when it's a bit more side shore, definitely has way more. Okay.